live. I think we're live.
We're doing it live.
The queue is off, but that's all right. You know what? We had a great time this weekend. But speaking of queues that were off, how about that Baldur's Gate 3 panel? Ah,
You mean the one that like we never got to even see because it was so jam fucking packed?
well, yeah, we had a great
Yeah,
weekend, guys. We went to the local retro game con, and it was a fantastic couple of days. But there was some growing pains with this convention that. Just give me 1 second. By the way, I'm just getting my beverages. 'Cause I have to go from my computer over to my kind of like home theater setup. Ugh. But yeah, so we got to meet the voice actors for John Marston. Or actually, I mean, they do more than voice acting, but you know, the voices of John Marston and Arthur Morgan, which was fantastic. We got to meet the original OG Kratos.
So cool.
And we had hoped
TC Carson.
TC Carson. We had hoped to meet some of the Baldur's Gate 3 cast and at the very least attend their panel, but neither of those.
The fanaticism of the bear fuckers bitched us the fuck out. We could not get through that line.
It's a good thing there was that furry room though, because I was dehydrated and I had to run in there to get some water.
Oh yeah, there was a whole they set up like little receptacles of like ice water all over the venue, and like there was just one pristine one completely untouched in like the cosplay / furry room. And it's like all I see is Ray's like, hey, can you hold my spot? He just goes into the room full of memorabilia and like mascot costumes just to get a drink.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if they even questioned it.
You know, that's what I was wondering. But you know what else I was wondering was there was this recurring figure throughout our time there, and it was great. Like Fred got the Test Steel Battalion, which actually I recorded so much footage of that I literally might make it.
I failed so hard. I was playing on normal, which I'm guessing is definitely something you want to be experienced to even try. But man, that game is so it's one of those games that's probably
This looks like it might come in
hard to master, but really fun once you do.
Yeah, definitely. It was just cool to see too, and it was nice that there was somebody that actually kind of helped with explaining the gameplay.
Oh yeah, that guy was really I wonder if that was his controller they let convention borrow.
I was thinking that because he seemed to be pretty knowledgeable.
Because he showed up out of nowhere and he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, this is how you do it. This is how you start the giant robot. You flick these switches to power on. You wait till the bars are up before you hit the start button, otherwise it's gonna misfire." Super cool, dude. But yeah, that game is a trip. But the controls are super sensitive.
I don't think you realized because you were pretty much in the zone. You attracted multiple people just standing there watching at times.
Oh, real? I was not paying attention.
A couple people took pictures of you playing, so you probably end up elsewhere on the internet.
I hope they caught my bald spot.
They zoomed right in on it. I seen them. It one of those Nikon DSLRs, and he just said, "Fuck this impressive game."
The picture quality was so good that it made the bald spot bigger.
This is going to need something particular to.
But yeah, other than that, we picked up a few games. Obviously we got to meet the original artist for the Mortal Kombat cabinet.
Oh yeah, he was great.
That was pretty fucking cool.
He was a really Paul Niemeyer. He is a really chill guy. It was actually, we probably talked to him more than any.
I thought that was suits both days were completely color coordinated, and he had this little scrolling name tag they changed the color of to fit with the outfit too. It's he was definitely an enigma of a man, but goddamn, he earned to be kind of, I guess, avant-garde.
Yeah, he was definitely a character in the best sense of the word, you know.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I mean by the way, some of the games.
Got to meet Pat the NES Punk briefly again.
Yeah, it was
Ray
cool.
had him sign a copy of Beat 'em and Eat 'em.
I kind of reshared that story. I don't know if he was like impressed or disappointed that I had shared that.
He seemed amused,
Hey, I'd
but
say
like mostly he seemed like I could tell he was a little like disappointed, mostly because his panel got scrubbed. That was kind of fucked.
yeah, that was, and we were like, the thing is, when we were in line for the Red Dead panel, which it was kind of disappointing to us that they hadn't really given us an announcement, which I'm assuming is the reason they'd scrubbed it is because they knew the Red Dead panel was going to be crazy. And we'll get to the
Well,
Baldur's...
if they had only knew.
Yeah, the Baldur's Gate one. But let me just give the people this kind of like other story that's tangential to where we've been. So there's this like guy, and he is one of these people that was working there, but he just took his role way too seriously. And
Oh yeah.
and I made the joke to Fred. I'm like, this guy is almost like he's rendered on Unreal Engine, like some kind of like NPC.
Well,
Like
yeah,
script.
but like the weird part was when you mentioned that like he only had like 3 lines he would spout at any time we saw him. Like it was usually like yelling like at a group of people in line.
But it was like very consistent.
But like yeah, every single time he was pitch perfect each time he opened his mouth, because I remember I forget what the first day like he said to the crowd outside. I think he was like trying
Go
to
to
get
the
VIPs.
left line if you are a
VIPs
VIP.
to the left line. Everybody else in the right line.
And he repeated it he gave like a 10-second break, but like it was the same group of people that heard him say it probably at least 10 or so times. Like it was pretty.
Yeah, and then the Baldur's Gate one, like unfortunately, like oh man, that whole situation was fucked because we legit saw people who got in the line early, but because they didn't have the VIP pass, they got sent to the back of the line.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't think is fair. They should have at least got sent to the back of like the front of the line. Because like they got there early, they deserved to be there like in that spot, but like I guess not. But like then like after like finally like all the seats filled up in the
And this line was
in the
incredible.
panel room.
It wrapped around the entire convention hallway twice. Essentially.
Well, first it wrapped around the stairway, and then they
Yeah.
decided to wrap it between the pillars all the way out to like the little bar they had
By
set
the
up
start
in
of
the
the
photo
line.
area.
By the start of the line,
They
ironically.
like wrapped it all the way past those pillars, all the way in between past the other pillars by like the cosplay and LARPing room, and then like back to the like main stage for the panel. And like as soon as all the spots filled up, like Mr. NPC Ponytail rocked up. The panel is full. There are no spots. The line is closed. And he just repeated that ad nauseum.
No sympathy, no like sorry about this, folks. You know, we probably should have had a line counter or something to like at least.
Like he just stuck to the shtick. Didn't apologize. Nothing. He was just like the line is closed.
It was kind of funny because like we'd seen him earlier and it seemed like he had a little bit less energy, but like when he got to that moment, Jesus Christ.
The moment where he could like annoy people or break hearts, he was like, "This is my mission."
Do you remember what I did,
But
Fred?
you know what's funny is I don't doubt that the guy like I don't doubt that he's probably an all right dude, but it's just so humorous to see a guy and your only interaction with him is him standing, walking past you back and forth. And like just repeating the same 3 lines over and over again without missing a beat.
Well, and we never seen him have like a moment of levity, like because like all the other stuff was very
he had a dour look on his face every single time.
Yeah, like all the actually, I mean, even the security guards they had there looked to be more kind of more friendly looking. Oh Jesus!
Oh shit! Oh motherfucker!
But my favorite little quib I did is after he said that, we were kind of walking by him, and I said to you, Fred, I think the line is full. The room is full.
The line is full. I think the panel's closed, right? All right, let's get some action going. A fucking sniper rifle in here. Great, just what I need in a catacomb.
CQC. But yeah, I mean,
just likes kicking steel doors. I've noticed.
Yeah, and the only thing that sucks about this campaign is like I literally can't do anything with like door controls or any like.
Yeah, that's so weird. They gave like you the ability to like join me, but for whatever reason, like like for whatever reason, like you just.
I'm almost like a figment of her
know, like, you
imagination.
Yeah, you're like Reznov in Black Ops. Like I just see you doing shit, but really it's all me. What do we do? Oh, there's locks on all of these Zambos. Okay, those ones weren't alive. What the heck? Oh god, they're just lynching people up there. They're just dropping to the hole. Oh god.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the...
That's the problem, right? They're not letting the bodies hit the floor.
Don't let the bodies hit the floor. It's too much to clean up.
I'm just getting crossbow bolts right now.
Yeah, good thing.
There's got to be a trick to this.
Good thing I don't have a crossbow. But
There's got to be something we're missing.
what about this room over here with the lever?
There's a room over there?
Yeah, over where I am right now.
Oh, that's the door.
Looks like there's a lever with a chest. Okay, well,
game hates us, Ray.
this did a lot. That did a lot.
Oh, yeah.
We already went through this area, I'm pretty sure.
There's got to be something with this room. There's got to be like something we can pick up or something from like one of the bodies.
Well, something you can pick up, because apparently this game doesn't want me to have any fucking... I'm just here as like a figment of your... Because there's something that mechanism is clearly...
Yeah, there's something that
any
drop
prompt?
thing is supposed to...
Any prompt on this door? Are we supposed to shoot the door? I don't know.
wonder if somehow we're supposed to figure out which one of these is a like living zombie, and then like we waddle him up to the noose, and then we get to be the lyncher. Are any of these bodies twitching? One of these fuckers has to be alive. Ah, they just melt.
That's very strange.
Yeah. And why did 80's fucking campaign have to be the puzzle one when this whole game had little to no puzzles?
We heard that we heard criticism of limited puzzles, so
Limited puzzle games.
remember when Skyrim had like the very few puzzles and they were like incredibly, almost like patronizingly easy, like match the three symbols type shit.
Oops. Yeah. So, and you can't pull that lever. Fuck. What do we do? Do we shoot through this?
And like these guys, there's no like button. Oh, let's see. Maybe there's something up here that I missed.
So we need to go down somehow, but... Oh! Is that one moving? I saw you move! Yeah, there's gotta be a way... We're missing something.
We got there was like pieces we collected too, right?
Well, I assume that's why we're down here. What the heck?
Must be a clue around
Oh,
somewhere.
fuck me. I get it now. Thanks, Ada, for finally giving me a clue.
Oh, that thing we could. That's
I would have never guessed.
That's fucking ludicrous.
Like I said, that's the problem. Like, this game barely has any, like, real puzzles. God damn it. Lynch another one for me, Scotty. God, he's a good man. He knows what I like.
All right.
All right, I guess we gotta hang ourselves to get down there now. You ever play
Alright.
Silent Hill 2?
I'm looking for my wife.
Oh fuck! I recently saw like the end of like the remaster.
There are more missing
Surprisingly,
pieces.
Bloober Team did a really good job with that game.
Yeah.
I have a feeling as soon as I push this skeletal guy into this like section of wire we need to connect, I'm gonna get electrocuted.
Oh, but Fred, they went woke because they have a pregnant stripper in the strip. Oh wait, the original game had that. Oh, it's almost like there's some people on our side that are just fucking grifters and don't actually play games and don't actually know what was.
Well, it's like V was like fucking like I like V. Like I still like sort of like watch him on occasion, but V was like for whatever reason saying, "Oh, I can't take a game about sexual assault like seriously if there's monsters in it." I was like, "Motherfucker, that's literally the first game." I mean, that's literally the first Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Like, how do you miss that so fucking hard? Like,
Because-
you didn't fucking play. I got electrocuted.
Because some of these people, in all honesty, have just like become so like certain that like everything.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like it's almost like
Well,
the
the best way I've heard it described is it's like fucking like kind of like PTSD from Gamergate. They're so ready to like knee-jerk at anything that even looks remotely like the Sarkeesian days.
But here's
that
the
people are
irony.
just ready to rip everything down and like let all the good things die along with the bad.
Well, but here's the irony. Or first of all, that completely, you know, is why, and I agree with you. But it's like, remember what Sarkeesian said? Everything is racist, and you have to be aware of it. Well, it's like these people think everything is like woke, and you have to be aware of it. It's like,
Yeah.
no, not everything is like corrupted. It's like, yeah, a lot of
Oh,
shit
there
is.
is. Okay.
But let me just tell you one more thing. We got a ton of classic like fucking light gun games for the Wii. So expect maybe around. I'm thinking Halloween, House of the Dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That sounds like a blast.
I just have to. I'm probably gonna wait till I get. Hopefully, well, when I get paid again, I can order 2 zappers because I don't know where my one is. I'm gonna. They have like knockoff Wiimotes that I was thinking of just getting. So then that way I don't have to like hook those up to the my regular ones up to the zapper. Because I actually,
Yeah.
my goal is to get a bunch more light gun games for the Wii. Just because if you think about it, it's probably like the easiest way of actually playing light gun games on like a home system without like investing in one
Yeah.
of those like fancy setups, which are pretty cool, but at the same time are kind of
Or
cumbersome.
trying to get what's it called, the Gun Con that they released for PS3 like years ago.
I have the one that you can plug the Move controllers into.
Those ones aren't so bad.
Yeah, there's the one Killzone game where you could use that, although it really was not ideal because Killzone's just a full-on FPS game.
Shot me in the head twice.
I'm just making sure she's okay, making sure you're awake.
You got so much hairspray in that bob. Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
actually.
they're all dead.
I'm still up here.
Clue around here somewhere.
I can't. How do I? Okay.
I think I need to shoot. Oh hey hunk. This level is just letting me farm crossbow bolts for the abysmal like first level, like giving you no ammo.
It's like, sorry for not giving you any ammo in that submarine.
Sorry for fucking you up the ass with a sandpaper condom. Here's some lube. It's motor oil though.
Ah. Well.
Oh, I see. I think I gotta pin these guys to the wall somehow. This is. This isn't the most intuitive thing in the world, Ray. I don't know if you can believe that.
And there's not really much I can do, is there? Other than.
Why are you falling this way, asshole?
Well, if I'm getting bolted with a fucking crossbow, the thing I do is I make a U-turn and just come towards the fucking firing.
I think I have them pinned. All right, Simmons family ring.
Better hold on to this. I might need it.
I think you just gotta jump back over, right?
Okay, I guess that's it. It's kind of anticlimactic. Climactic.
I didn't climax once, even though Ada Wong's on screen. Although,
Look, you got a taste of the side boob, and now you don't get any more. It's the eternal tease. That's what Ada is. Leon knows.
The Ada Wong chair.
You know, that's probably gonna be the next like Resi trailer, the Ada teaser.
Well, apparently they're coming out with an RE9, and they're gonna go back to more like third person.
Oh, nice.
Which I didn't mind the first person, but it is kind of nice to see them like, you know.
Well, first person made it more personal, so you really felt like Ethan in his story. But I understand why they're going back to like classic style Resi.
Well, what I'm assuming is that it's gonna have more of an ensemble cast, where like you're gonna probably have like, you know, multiple protagonists and such.
Ada, how did you do that without breaking your heels? How did you know that that was a survivable drop? You know what? Ada's probably got some fucking T-virus bullshit that keeps her alive now. I think about
Ada Wong
it.
is
Pretty much every woman in this series has like some T-virus bullshit that makes them superhuman.
Ada Wong is never Wong.
I think it's canon that like the reason Jill never looks like she ages past 20 is because she's got like some form of virus in her that makes her like vulnerable and immortal.
Now, who's first?
I gotta get the speaking of Resident Evil, I gotta get the light gun game Umbrella Chronicles. That's another game I gotta add to my list.
Funny, is at the con I saw Dark Side Chronicles too, of all things. That's another light gun game, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm technically locked. I'm technically locked in the.
Oh, you can't come in here? Fuck. Oh shit.
No, but I got my sniper rifle. You know, the sniper rifle for fucking the inner catacombs. Fucking.
Yeah, like you got like a fucking Arctic Warfare L96. A giant fuck off long distance weapon for closed off spaces. At least Resident Evil 5 and 4 gave you like large open spaces to like use those weapons in for the most part. Like a lot of the mission structure in Resident Evil 6 is like indoors. So it almost doesn't make sense to have like large optic high range rifles.
So this weekend we saw a lot of cool shit, and I have a cool announcement to make. This is I think pretty much breaking news. Joe Rogan is finally going to have Donald Trump on his show.
Oh wow, that's actually surprising. That's been a long time coming. Like, and I understand, like, I do find it wrong to a certain extent, but I don't judge him because it's his show. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But like, it is kind of weird how he wouldn't like give Trump the time of day. Whether you like him or hate him, let the man speak and let people make decisions for themselves. Oh, not you.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Elon Musk might have been like the thing that broke the because Elon has been much more like vocal in his support of Donald Trump since Trump nearly got killed. Which, did you hear
Yeah.
there's like a third assassination attempt in California that somebody made a fake VIP pass and had a weapon on them, and now the media's trying to underplay it like he was a Trump supporter, even though it's like
Of course, every
according to the
single fucking
sheriff,
time.
according to the sheriff, it was likely an assassination attempt, and he got
But it's like that would be the fourth though, because like there was the guy who tried to break onto the golf course and
Yeah.
shoot him. Then there was the guy who drove a fucking car bomb up to like I think like some fucking resort they was staying.
Oh,
at.
was that like the one that they think was like tied to Iran or some shit?
I don't know specifically. I just know that a crazy fucker drove a car bomb up to Trump's fucking.
Well,
base.
did you hear what Joe Biden said? And it's like, you know, I definitely think there might be people aligned with Joe Biden that want Trump dead. But Joe Biden actually allegedly called up Iran and said, well, if you're trying to kill Trump, that's going to be an act of war. Which,
Yeah.
like, I
That's
almost...
an American citizen, motherfucker, whether I like him or not.
Yeah, well, another thing is,
He
like...
keeps locking the doors with you on the other side!
I'm just a figment of your fucking imagination, Ada Wong. There's
I
nothing
still need your
help. I'm just a
comfort me.
shadow. I'm like the Joker. This is Joker 2 as an allegory. So allegory of losing $200 million.
I'm getting jogged!
You're getting fucked by the prison guards. Oh no! Not it.
I'm on fire. You know what? Next time you go through the fucking door first.
I don't think he'll let me, but I'll try. I honestly will try. I don't. Let's see if it works.
Oh, now you're on the other side. Fuck this game.
But
I love this game, but fuck this game. Fuck you.
I almost wonder if like it's kind of funny because it seems like Joe Biden has been deliberately trying to like undermine Kamala's campaign.
He definitely looks like he's trying to undermine Kamala's campaign.
I think the one thing
Like
he might
the
hate her.
fact that he put on a freaking Trump hat, like, are you kidding? Like the man doesn't care. He knows he just got put out the pasture. It's like, nah, you know what? You guys used me in like probably the most vulnerable state of my life. I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker wins out of spite.
Yeah.
Probably because he promised, like, probably because Trump in the background promised him that he'd pardon Hunter Biden or some shit.
Oh, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
It'd be shitty because the guy deserves to rot.
It would be,
Politics
but
are fucking politics. Fucking
Yeah.
hate politics.
well, I think Trump, as a joke, said, "You know what? I'll do the one thing Joe can't do. I'll pardon Hunter, basically to like demasculate Joe."
Yeah.
Yeah, but he really should rot. I mean, the guy was.
Oh no, yeah, fuck that guy. He's a fucking sex trafficking, drug dealing weirdo.
Hey, but he mixed up Parmesan cheese for cocaine.
Yeah, like, wasn't it? That was a 60 seconds, right?
Yeah, 60 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, 60 minutes. That was an episode of 60 Minutes, and to like try to seem more appealing, the motherfucker full on admitted that he verbatim said, "I have probably been the only man alive who has smoked more Parmesan cheese thinking it was crack."
I gotta be honest
like-
though.
Oh shit!
Oh, this
What?
is not good. Oh!
How was I supposed to dodge that?
Reflexes, Danielson. I'll be honest
In the
though.
blades.
I have some Parmesan cheese from Italy that I put on my homemade pizza, and I gotta be honest, if I was,
Oh
if
my
I,
ass!
I'd snort that shit too. It's so fucking good. But isn't it just hilarious?
I
You
love
just,
how your guys' generic voice.
I hope we're not stuck in like some loop.
No, I'm just gonna. Yeah, there we go. This is a fucking Silent Hill trap. What are you doing down here all of a sudden?
I decided I'd join you for fun, some shits and giggles.
You're literally just Resnoving me in the rat tunnels. Mason, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh my God!
I-
What is Wings of Redemption doing here?
Nah, it's Boogie.
How y'all doing? I got cancer. Please give me money. Oh my God. I'm not getting up. I'm gonna play the rest of the game this way, Fred.
got ringworm or something? Ada, you gotta go on without me.
Oh,
So
that
bad.
Was one of the most hilarious moments. Speaking of like glitches in games, we were playing on the Fairchild Channel F, which is very weird controller, which I can't fault it for, because like it was one of the earliest. It was even before the original Atari.
God, yeah.
But we played like the combat game that Atari
Yeah,
had.
we were trying to play like fucking tanks or whatever it was called, and for some fucking reason, like I don't know if it was my controller or the game itself, my tank was bugged. I couldn't fucking shoot back or anything, and I was just this mishmash of
Turned into an
pixels.
owl at one point.
Yeah, turned into like a bush, I think.
Yeah. And then I just kept getting points. It's almost hilarious because the number just...
Yeah, because your tank, which was just a tank, got to shoot indiscriminately like a fucking Tiananmen Square bomber. And meanwhile, I'm just sitting there like the fuck with the plastic bag, not being able to do a damn thing about it.
It was pretty great.
It was pretty great, but fuck.
The only thing that was more janky was the original home console, the Magnavox Odyssey, which, like, even compared to Pong, was kind of a downgrade.
Yeah, like, eventually we got the Pong ball stuck at the top of the screen, and it just kept, like, ringing out, and we couldn't get it down.
And I'd say that controller was even more cumbersome than the Fairchild, in terms of...
I don't know. It seemed like the logic was sound. You control, like a y-axis with one knob and then the x-axis with another.
But then there's like a pitch one. There's a little...
But it's like not very intuitive due to the fact that they're both horizontal. Like one's not like vertical and the other's going the other way. Like it's just both nods on the same plane, and you're supposed to like sort of make that deal in your head. Okay, this one means this one means that.
Yeah.
You want to talk about hand-eye coordination? Play a fucking video game with that. Beat Dark Souls with that controller. I want to see somebody try.
I think that'd be worse than the Guitar Hero controller, honestly.
Well,
jeez.
What inputs would you have on that thing? Like, how would you attack? I guess you could probably rewire one of the buttons to like be an attack button. I just would like to see somebody crazy enough to try it.
You'd probably need 2 of those controllers, in all honesty.
Possibly.
Or you'd have like weird macros, like you'd move one way and one the other, and it'd like activate a macro. You know what else? We played Bomberman on the Super Nintendo, and it was pretty insane. I lost, admittedly. Oh, we also played some light gun games. We played some light gun game on PlayStation that was pretty good. Ghost Squad, which is another game I got.
Oh yeah, Ghost Squad's always fun. I still have that game somewhere. Probably at my mom's house. Actually, to be fair, my mom gifted all of like the Wii stuff to my sister, so she probably has it.
Yeah.
Very fun game though. Very hard when the difficult starts going out.
Especially when you have like a very poorly calibrated like Wii sensor bar.
We get the horny boss fight again.
Ada.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
I don't know why I'm sighing like I'm lamenting it. In fact, I'm just... It's a sigh about looking back at how like fucking cheesy things used to be in a fun way.
Yeah, that was one of the things too. We caught part of a panel about like primate movies and games besides like Donkey Kong.
Like primates being in media, which was really strange, but it was interesting because they just basically like went down the line of like ape actors in film, ape characters in video games, the Donkey Kong family tree, which doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
So sorry, Deborah. It's all my fault.
Helena, get away from her!
I don't know, I still would.
Shoot, please.
Don't shoot! Are you kidding me? I know I probably said what most of the jokes I'm probably about to repeat, like in the Leon campaign, but goddamn bitch, are you serious? Your sister's the fucking monster mash. Look at her.
I know, but I gotta tell you something. the model that they used for that body, Fred. Woo!
I remember Kate Upton was really popular in this period of time. They probably modeled it after her.
Deborah, where are you?
I don't know. I bet they did some Kojima level body scans on whoever they based that on. Probably could. Probably.
You know what? Like Kojima. Like at what point do we have to just finally just admit like Kojima just hires these bombshell like actresses just to be like, okay, now I'm going to fully 3D render you, but first I have to see you naked.
He's like the Tarantino, you know, or the.
Instead of feet, it's just like he gets to like convince these women like it's for art. Let me see your tits.
Well, and honestly, that is kind of an art in itself, you know.
In a way.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed of for being perverted. Just
Well,
make
there's
sure
not-
it's consensual.
There's nothing wrong with a nice set of tits unless you're the Tomb Raider cartoon where you have a voice actress that has like gigantic bosoms, but then the character is this small,
like, it's
butchy
like
dyke.
ludicrously, like comically big her breasts are, and for whatever reason they still are like, nah, we gotta size Laura down.
Yeah, and I didn't even mind like the 2013 Laura like smaller tits. I didn't mind that, but like at the same time, it's like they clearly
Well, it's like, her body type is like realistic, like, but then all of a sudden like now in modern days, like after like the Tomb Raider
Masculine.
reboot, like all this fucking brain rot set in, like pretty much every single time it's like they gotta give her like a fucking chest wrap or something.
Yeah, well, and like that every scene I've seen of that show just looks like a
Watch out for
complete.
yourself.
It's kind of sad too because like Netflix originally like I remember the first few seasons of the Castlevania cartoon was actually pretty good from what I remember.
Yeah.
But then
Deborah!
she's not gonna make it, I don't think.
You think? She's got grievous flesh wounds as well as a constant stream of.
I can fix her.
Wait, is that baby oil?
I can fit. She's at a Diddy party.
No! We're gonna get butt fucked.
Nightmare.
Wait! I completely forgot that you're still hung. Is this a canon event?
Yeah.
Like, I just like to imagine, like, the whole time, like, Ada's, like, telling the true story and Hunk's there the whole time, and, like, Leon going through his campaign, he just never realizes Hunk was ever there. Just this gas mask, black armored, bedecked badass. He's like, must have been the
It's like the one like VHS release of Ghostbusters because it was in 4:3 instead of widescreen, and it basically cuts out most of Ernie Hudson's like moments of the movie. Which like, you know, not to be woke, but like there might have been some slight racism. You know, some guy. Can you just picture like someone like editing that feels like, I'll show that boy.
Okay, funny man. Black man, you're out. Funny man. Black man, you're out.
But he never realized he sang the song.
Song of the South?
No, he's the one who sang the vocals for the Ghostbusters song.
I know.
Oh, yes.
I'm joshing you.
Yeah, but Song of the South, I mean, it's kind of sad that Disney like doesn't ever want to re-release that movie because yes, okay, did it somewhat idealize like Jim Crow South? Okay, sure. But it's also like a very important movie for animation and like Hollywood history. And the fact that they refuse to like have like any like mention of it in their history. It's like
you want to talk about like important animation being controversial. Like we can still get copies of fucking Coonskin everywhere. Fucking Ralph Bakshi, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Which is a halfway decent animated film. But like for whatever reason we're embarrassed about like
Elena,
this specific
A little
one.
help here?
Like,
Well,
as bad as some history is, it still needs to be preserved, whether you think it's kosher or not.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, probably 100 years from now, that will have aged better than the fucking modern Disney shit, like lesbian fucking scissoring in the Lightyear movie. once
Well,
again,
pretty
it's
much. How many of you like these people who work in the industry like pushing all this like fucking star-spangled rainbow nonsense like turned out to be fucking weirdos, sex pests, and pedophiles?
yeah. And let me.
It's just like, is this really the horse you want to be backing? Like, come on.
Well, let me make this clear too, because otherwise people take this shit out of context. I don't have a problem with like lesbian. I obviously don't have a problem with lesbian couples or any of that
Oh
shit.
no, lesbians, gay people, completely fucking fine. It's the ones that
It's
like
when you
use
shoot
their fucking shit as a political
Well,
ideology.
it's also when you clearly shoehorn it into like what should just be a kids movie. That's like a.
Yeah.
Not every movie needs to be loaded with these like socio-political bullshit, and that's like one of the reasons why like I heard that the new Inside Out movie was actually well received because like they got a memo where they wanted to make like the main girl from that movie into like a lesbian, and then someone at Disney finally was like, no, we need this would be insane, and then they didn't do it, and then she actually, like, from what I gather, she had like a male love interest. Can you imagine that? A teenage girl falling in love with a teenage boy in like a fucking movie made for like whatever, like probably for like 12-year-olds or whatever the fuck that movie's made for. But like it's like, oh my god, like a normal story beat. Like how fucking bold, but really it is. It's like, I mean, look at
my real issue isn't the fact that like fucking like my real issue isn't the fact that like they're trying to like put like fucking homosexual relationships in kids movies, which is weird in itself, but like fine. Meet you halfway. It's the fact that every fucking like kid needs to be fucking gay in these movies now.
Yeah.
Like they push it like an obsession. It's like basically at the end of the day, I can only think like you just want your fucking sexuality validated.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it seems like. You ever see that like one meme from like the Police Squad episode, and it's like this week the writers barely disguised fetish.
Yeah. Well, it's like Almighty Lolly like talked about that in the Wolfenstein video. It's like the fucking pregnant fighter trope, like logistical fucking nightmare to put a like heavily pregnant lady on a battlefield, but they never ever bring attention to it. She's just one of the soldiers, and it's like, if a fucking bullet hit a bulletproof vest and you were pregnant on the other side of it, that baby is paste. I don't know if you know how physics work, but if there is a danger with you getting a head injury and your brain ricocheting off the inside of your skull, I think the baby would fare a lot worse.
It's just born as Gary Busey.
It comes out the womb like speeding off on a motorcycle and crashes horribly.
Jesus.
That's too far.
You know what though? He seems like a man who like has basically taken that as best as one can. He seems like
I mean, he enjoys his insanity.
He enjoys
you
his
can
life.
Really tell.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't he on like Celebrity Apprentice?
Oh,
for the longest time?
Oh, it was
and, like,
fantastic.
Everybody like really liked his ideas up until he got to like his final sort of gotcha pitch, and it's like that's stupid, Gary. You ruined it. Let's just keep it here. No, it needs to be this.
Oh, the best part was when him and Meatloaf got into like a really contentious argument. I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. Meatloaf passed away, didn't he?
Oh, he died like a few years ago now.
Yeah, like it was during COVID, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Listen.
That poor man, his voice was shot.
Yeah, it's
like,
also
after a while.
It's kind of sad too that the lead singer of Smash Mouth kind of died, and sadly, I mean, he kind of not, obviously feel bad for anybody that dies in a tragic way, but he kind of brought a lot of it on himself with his. He was like a chronic alcoholic, from what I understand. Like he basically died of full-blown liver failure, which is a terrible way to go. And but it didn't surprise me because the last time I had seen him before that, it was like I think he had like a meltdown at one of his concerts like a few years before that. It's like, well,
Yeah, that was like a while ago though.
yeah, like 10 years ago. But I'm pretty sure he
Well,
stopped.
it's like to play devil's advocate. Imagine if like you're like a legitimately like good musician, but people only remember you for 2 songs.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
That
Actually,
would drive me fucking insane.
yeah.
Look at me.
Well, Smash Mouth had like a pretty good like discography, but then like those were the 2 songs that like All Star.
Yeah,
And,
All Star and Walking on the Sun.
and then they did the cover of the Neil Diamond song, "I'm a Believer."
Please don't hurt her.
That was a good cover. I like that cover.
Yeah. It was a great cover. Yeah,
know what else to
it's
do.
true. I mean, the price of fame too. A lot of people, and it's not like we're defending
Yeah.
people making poor decisions, but a lot of people can't handle it. But then again, you also have to look at like the dark
it's
side of
stressful.
it.
You're constantly in the public eye. You never really have a moment to yourself.
Long story.
Like, anything you can say can either like rally people to your side or completely turn the public against you. Like, it's wacky. Like just recently, in like a sort of like microcosm, like I was like going through like the Chibi reviews drama, and like, fuck, did I ever tell you about this? Did you follow like any of that drama? Right?
Why don't you come
Yeah.
down here and I'll show
No,
you.
I'm sorry. I don't think I heard about that. No, give me a summary if you could.
Well, basically,
More
long story
games.
boring. Chibi Reviews is an anime reviewer. Like he's just like one of those like Anitubers that came up like
Was this the guy
in
that
the
was hacked?
heyday of you. Yeah. He's a fucking like he's basically just this anime reviewer, and like he made kind of an edgy joke about like a broad, like it looked like she was getting railed in like the new anime Don, which I hear is really good. But like he made a wisecrack about it, and he's like, man, for such a scene, why does it have to go so hard? And that's all he said. And then the fucking floodgates of the Twin Tards opened up like Sauron's fucking maw to spew forth the most unhinged individuals. And like they just went off on him, like started going after him. They doxed his address, doxed his like dead brother who killed himself, like doxed his gravestone, and like pretty much was going after him like the wrath of God. And then to put a cherry on top of this shit sundae, because every single time it always fucking happens because these people are all cut from the same cloth. They hacked his fucking DeviantArt, and as some sort of gotcha, I guess, or like they were trying to frame him, they started posting CP on his DeviantArt. And now, like, not only is Chibi like kind of locking down all of his social media and like protecting himself, he's also lawyering up and going after these fucks the way they did to him, except he has actual litigation and real fucking proof that they did some illegal bullshit.
Yeah.
And they should be, all these people should be shot into the fucking sun. Like, seriously.
By
Like,
the
to not only spurg out like over something so small and like upset a person to the point where like
one comment,
realistically this
literally
man
one.
could have lost his
Yeah.
fucking mind over one Twitter like comment, over one X comment. And like then to go off and like do something as fucking heinous as to dig into your little fucking child porn stash and think it's a smart idea to fucking post that on his fucking shit, thinking, oh, I got him now. No, motherfucker, you played yourself, and now you're going down for being a creepy fucking sex predator. Fuck you.
Yeah, these
Like,
people
honestly,
are sick.
all these fucking like, but it's the same shit every single time. They keep fucking doing it. They keep getting busted for being fucking weirdos, and like every single time, they want you to believe, no, I'm the outcast. I'm the best person here. Him. He's the evil one. I don't know, bro. You just posted fucking child porn. I think I'm gonna call the fucking cops on you. Like, seriously, it pisses me off. And it's like, it's like Tales all the time. These people are terrible people, but they like to pretend that they're the best people in the world, that they are the greatest people on Earth, and you should feel ashamed for even, like, remotely disagreeing with all the fucking terrible things they get up to. Fuck you, asshole.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but seriously, it boils my fucking blood, because it keeps happening. All these predators, they're all out there, and they're all part of the same fucking group, and they keep getting busted, but for some fucking reason, oh, not all. I don't know, it seems to be pretty fucking many. I'm sorry, but, like, Jesus.
Well, the part that's just unbelievable is that they literally. Oh shit!
That was my bad.
They literally took one guy's comment and said, you know what, we're not only gonna try to.
So far out of proportion.
They not only attempted to do life ruination on him, which obviously I agree with you. Yeah, he has plenty of like ammunition from a legal perspective, but like they literally showed that they're disgusting, evil pieces of shit that have probably the most disgusting things on their hard drive, and like they should probably be locked in the deepest depths of a prison, if not put on. Yeah. Honestly, I think people that have that shit.
The thing that upsets me is it's always the same people. It's
always the same group. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I think that like if somebody is like knowingly like downloading and like contributing to CSAM or CP, whatever you want to call it,
trapping that shit.
They should be. I think they should actually be potentially receiving the death penalty. The guy,
they should, because they are basically like contributing into the serious issue we have in America of like child exploitation, and it just keeps getting worse. And people don't want to point the fucking finger because either like they're trying to protect these people or they're too ashamed to admit it.
Can I just say something else? That's like the one other. That's actually one of the other elements of our like very unprotected border currently. Is like a lot of human trafficking occurs there, and a lot of times it's like children that are being sold as you know what?
As sex slaves.
Yeah.
Like every single fucking time.
There's that one movie like, that liberals didn't want people to see that talked about that.
Because they knew they got busted.
Yeah.
No, you can't talk about the thing that we put our money and our faith into.
Well, it's kind of funny too. It makes me think. I don't know. I don't always get to see your posts on X, and again, I don't think you're quite on there as frequently as me. But I saw you kind of have like.
I go on there on occasion, and I just mass fucking like splurge, and I'll run the gambit because like basically like I'll go through like so many like stages. Like I'll post like the really angry one, and then I'll post the wisecrack, then I'll post an edgy joke, then I'll post something like sincere and kind of heartfelt, and then I'll go back to being angry because I found something that pissed me off again.
I saw you got into some like tizzy with a pagan that was like that was funny.
I'm a dry fire. Like I never stick around because like why bother like interacting with these people when you know for a fact like they don't give a shit about a word you say.
No.
But I think let me actually pull up this specific like thing that I said,
because I actually had some things to say
because
too.
It was mean-spirited, but like I was not holding back because I was like, no, fuck you, asshole.
No, yeah, it looked like something I would write on there, to be quite.
Let me go and find it real quick. Oh yeah, I
by the way, on that elevator
for, like,
sequence,
fucking...
I was just zoomed in on Ada's ass the entire time while you were talking.
Only a little bit.
I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do it with a sniper rifle.
I've been rough today. I angry tweeted 3 times. Not even gonna lie. Some of them just fucked up jokes though. But yeah, like oh yeah, people were spurging about like them drawing character in a lighter skin tone. Here we are. Here's the person speaking. She says, "I hate how horror movies has convinced people that paganism is some dark and evil thing instead of a beautiful set of
Which it
religions
is.
that honor nature, your ancestors, and gods." And I basically went back and are like, you do know a majority of subsects of paganism weren't the modern crystal rubbing, cat worshipping piss drinkers. They were weird, hedonistic, sex obsessed, baby sacrificing, human sacrificing, cannibalistic cults. Sometimes one of those, sometimes all, but they're still piss drinkers.
And by the way, as soon as paganism got detached from like the Roman gods of the Roman Empire, it in like Christianity ended up dominating Europe. Those cult, essentially what became like paganism was very cult like, even going back to like the 6th century. So that's yeah, you're completely right in saying that. And it's like, it's sort of like Happy Columbus Day, by the way, everybody. And I love the meme that like, because now people like, and by the way, like, I'm not saying Columbus was a perfect guy, but like I'm almost like,
he was a fucking asshole.
No, but I'm almost in like the camp where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna celebrate this motherfucker because these assholes have done so much to like disparage everything about like European history and like what Columbus's significance was. That you know what?
For one, like, Columbus is a Spaniard too. He's not technically a white guy.
Well, he's Italian. He's from Genoa, but he worked for the Spanish. But let me just say this. I love the little meme that I posted somewhere to somebody. I don't know if I posted it or... I seen this meme today, and it was the Europeans arriving in the Aztec, and they're like, all right, we have arrived. You may now stop the human sacrifices, because that's one thing. I know that to some degree, obviously, indigenous people got a raw deal, even though most of that was because of disease, and it was beyond the control of anybody, because it was people separated for tens of thousands of years interacting for the first time, and diseases just killed them off. But point being, it's like the indigenous people of the Americas were not all these peace-loving, like, fucking hippies. They were just like every other group of humanity.
These tribes were constantly at war,
and especially the Aztecs.
It's like
the Aztecs. The Aztecs, 5 years before Columbus' arrival, did over 80,000 human sacrifices in 1 year. So, you know, this is not like an occasional religious celebration. This was like the Aztec Empire was ran by a death cult that wanted to basically keep everybody under their control. And it's like terrible what happened with history and disease and shit. But it's like this. And look, you had like indigenous people that were a little bit less like sinister than that. But even like the Iroquois, a very like commendable group that formed this alliance, like, you know, they scalped people. And it's like, it's almost like there's a thing in human nature where like people just do fucked up shit to one another irregardless of their background, and Europeans are not any more or any less evil than other groups of people. In fact, there's a lot of things that like Europeans brought to the world that were good things, you know, and then to just make them the boogeyman of history because they happened to luck out and advance more technologically first, you know, when it came to like the big shit. It's like, well, do you think if the Chinese had look at, if I say this to people too, like I pose this hypothetical to people that argue with me over this shit. Do you think, you know, the Chinese, when Columbus had arrived in the New World, they had boats that were like 4 or 5 times the size of what the largest European vessels were at the time. They had invented gunpowder centuries prior. If the Chinese had dedicated themselves to like expanding and sailed east through the Pacific over to what would be California, do you think that they would have done things any differently or any less like...
Probably not.
No, they probably would have been even worse in some ways. they probably wouldn't even attempted to convert.
Here's a bunch of people who don't look like me. I guess I can use them as a slave class.
Yeah. It's like...
we would have different history books.
Oh yeah. Well,
people wouldn't blame white people for everything.
Well, it's like the other thing is people like to jerk off about imperialism. Do you know what one of the largest imperial powers was at the turn of the 20th century? It wasn't a European power. It was Japan. Japan was an empire. Go ask a South Korean person what they think of Japan.
Go ask the Chinese what they think of Japan. Hell, ask the Japanese what they think of China.
Yeah, it's like, Oh, but the problem is these are people that are just
Are
idiots.
you telling me that atrocities happen, like, regardless of the race of the individual? Oh, say it ain't so.
Well, and then the one truth that people find out is, wait a second. Actually, there's some examples of non-European groups doing more fucked up things than even Europeans have done at certain points in history. It's like almost like we should just treat people as people and not get into this weird
well,
like.
it's like,
Yeah.
the big fucked up like kerfuffle that was Vietnam. Like, for whatever reason, like the Americas and like everybody involved was like under such a fucking microscope. But meanwhile, like the Viet Cong, like they were still doing war crimes. They were sending like little girls and boys up to soldiers to get a candy bar and drop a fucking grenade at their feet. Like,
Well,
you're telling me
yeah.
that's not a war crime, or you're telling me that you're ignoring it because it wasn't on our side?
Well, once again, it's just hyper focused, like the people who absolutely detest Israel. And once again, I don't support everything Israel has done. I think they've done some pretty sinister things. But at the same time, it's like, do these people know what's gone on in South Sudan? Do they know what the Azerbaijanis have been doing? Like, they don't
Yeah.
follow world events. They just lock in because Israel is tied to the U.S.
Slowly, like the cynical part of me is just starting to like fully subscribe to the like the reason why humanity is like so civilized as it is now is because we've gotten so good at perfecting violence as an art form that we know that if we were to fully subscribe to wholesale violence, we would wipe ourselves out. So we just decide to live with it, and on occasion just have these fucking spurg outs on places on a map nobody cares about.
You just made me think of something really insightful that Trump said. And the thing is, like, as much as I like Trump, and it's gonna be my third time voting for him, like, Trump is usually not the kind of guy that like says something really deep. Like, most of the stuff he says is like just pretty surface level. But he was on this one podcast, I believe it was with Andrew Schultz,
Well, correct me if I'm
and
wrong, but isn't it you,
he went into this
Augustine,
really like
Ada?
impressive conversation with him
You
about
were
like
the one behind the
denuclearization.
umbrella.
Like, Trump literally wants every single nuclear armament, including all of ours, every single one of our nukes to be dismantled. And I have to say, that is the most progressive like policy I've ever heard a president say with regards to
Oh, it's
nuclear
the other
weapons.
pair of tits. It's not really
You wanna
Simmons.
destroy
Yeah.
us.
But people don't give Trump enough credit with that because it's not one of his like major like things that he talks about. But, like, that man actually, like, in terms of like wanting to destroy our most destructive weapons, like, as the guy that like wants like, because he'll talk tough, he'll be like, we're gonna destroy you, we're gonna send out bombs,
We'll bomb you until there's
but he
nothing
doesn't
left.
want nukes. It's like he realizes. But did you know this? Did you know that his uncle John Trump was actually like a very esteemed physicist that was like, I think he was on the Manhattan Project, or he was at least tied to it, and like he was a professor at MIT for 40 years. So it's almost like his uncle probably, also through like just hearing from like other physicists like Oppenheimer, just imparted on him the destructive nature of those weapons. So it's pretty interesting to me that the one guy that they act as like this like evil Hitler savage is the one guy that wants to get rid of all of the world's nukes.
But no, like let's just pretend that the the one guy who is making like people angry enough to go out and try and kill him multiple times, that's the guy we don't want to back. Literally, like Trump is probably the most anti-establishment person you can vote for at this point because everybody else is fucking in bed with each other.
Well, and once again, to tie back to what we were saying earlier about Joe Rogan, I think Joe Rogan, even though he probably doesn't like Trump, I think he finally accepted that like, even if you dislike Trump,
I don't doubt that like he's probably gonna like toss like some hardball questions at Trump. I think Trump will take it on the chin.
Yeah, I think he'll be fair to Trump though. I don't think he's gonna be like I don't think he's gonna do anything like.
I don't know. It might be like when he had that one. When he had that one fucking journalist on and he made him squirm, when he straight up just looked him dead in the eye. He's like, "Why did you tell everybody that I was taking horse tranquilizers?"
The thing is, when Trump is actually like cornered by people, he tends to actually be a lot sharper than people give him credit for.
Well, he can bob and weave with the best of them. The problem is when the fucking people he's trying to bob and weave with, like, cut his ability off to like talk. Like it happened
Yeah.
with Vance. Like one of my coworkers was like swearing up and down, like, "Oh, there was a gotcha in the Vance Waltz debate," and like he said, "Oh, I didn't think you fact checked me." Like that was like him trying to obfuscate the truth. But if you listen to everything he said, "Oh, I thought we weren't fact checking today because what really is going on, which you're not going to let me say," and then he continues onward, and then they cut his mic.
I think there's nothing sadder in life than people that are in a bad predicament, and then the one group of people that might give them a better shot are the ones that they're literally spitting at and not wanting to listen to because they're basically wholesale bought into an ideology that has been passed down. And is
Well, unfortunately, like I don't blame them because like they've basically gotten they basically got offered like handouts since time immemorial.
I think
like outreach for people who look like you and only you.
Oh no,
Which,
I
in a
think
way,
we
to
should
play
start
devil's
blaming them.
advocate, like
We should start
What's that?
blaming. I actually think it's about time that people start putting the blame on these people and start showing them the reality of their choices. I understand why you're saying that because you want to, because you have to deal with these people on a daily basis. But honestly,
well, no, it's like I don't think they're bad people. It's just they're severely fucking misinformed. And
Like-
it's like obvious fucking problems keep existing, yet the same people remain in office. Yet it's somehow this one guy who got into office once.
well, yeah,
That's fucking bizarre to even hold that mindset. Like seriously.
well, and it's like as soon as you start asking them just like very, not even like really deep questions, but just like, well, how do you think we got to this point? And then you ask them, well, how do you feel about your economic situation? Do you think that you're better off now than where you were a few years ago?
Well, it's what I was saying.
And then they make it
before is,
into a
like,
character debate. They make it into like, oh, well, Trump has an abrasive personality.
Yeah.
That's their ultimate issue with the guy.
You're only saying this because I'm a certain race, and it's like, okay, so this is entirely shut down now. But it's like I don't blame them for wanting to back a party that continuously like offers them like freebies and handouts for the way that they look. Hell, like, fuck me. If I was a less principled person, hell yeah, I'd take that fucking bribe.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be stupid not to.
But the sad thing is, it's like they don't realize what they're actually losing by doing that. They're actually doing themselves far more harm in the long run with that mindset than having to like.
Well, it's like it's the whole reason why I have a problem with like certain fighters. Like they have such a huge chip on their shoulder that they think everything, no matter what, is owed to them. And like if you believe otherwise, like you're a fucking scumbag. And it's like that's just not a good way to think. Like you earn stuff. You're not owed anything. You put the effort in, you get what you get in return.
Well, then you can ask them. Here's a question to ask people that might be from like a urban environment. Ask them, well, why are a third of black males at some point arrested or put in prison? It's like, do you think it's Trump that is doing that? Do you think Trump is like disproportionately targeting you guys, or do you maybe think it's like the fucking president right now who labeled blacks super predators in the 90s? It's like Trump.
Well, it's like just to bring it down to a more surface level thing. Like other than like making it something as extreme as like looking to the top, I think simpler. Like these people like are born into an environment where nobody gives a fuck about them. They always get a raw deal, and it's usually rare, like for them to even get like the grounding to rise above. It usually takes somebody who was in that situation before and hates that situation, who doesn't want their like child to be in that situation, to finally unfuck the situation.
Yeah, but
but even then, like the instant
Yeah.
gratification of like joining a gang and getting tons of money and drugs, weirdly enough, I see the appeal. It's like, why bust my ass like going through school and stuff when I can quit school, join a gang, shoot this dumb motherfucker I don't like anyways, and get a lot of drugs and money.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, you know, as much as I hate like the identity politics shit, like you know, a white guy is never going to be able to really communicate that message to a black guy, you know. But
Oh no, no matter
you know who
what,
can?
just because of the way I look, it like obviously.
Yeah,
like,
but you know who can?
My opinion's discounted.
Yeah, but you know who can? You know who
Who's
can?
that?
It's like the chunk of black male voters that are voting for Trump, voting for Republicans at the highest level since Eisenhower was president, because I think it's now up to it's more than I believe a third of black men are voting for Trump, and it's like, well,
Well,
why
because
don't you,
these people have realized, like what I just said, like these people
They've-
who have been
they're
in
breaking the
control
cycle.
for a majority of the time,
They're
like,
breaking
they
the
finally
cycle.
realize these people are fucking lying to me, and they think that I'm just an an ignorant monkey. I'm sorry to say it. That's how they view you.
No, that is. I mean, that is like
And it's an evil way to look at it, but it's like these are 1%er people. These people are as far removed from urban culture as you can get. You really think they have your best interest at heart? No, they're just trying to line their own fucking pocket.
You're telling me that the daughter of a Jamaican communist and a Indian housewife might not have a deep connection to inner city problems, even though she portrays
Fucking the
herself
worst
as
of
black.
both worlds.
Yeah, she.
Oh
portray-
yeah, now she isn't she trying to like affectate a Jamaican accent? Like that's how fucking fake this woman
She
is.
switched it to an Irish
she-
accent
she-
one time.
She trained herself so much to sound like without like any better terms. She trained herself so well to sound white, and now all of a sudden like she's trying to pretend that she's like you by putting on a funny accent. People should be fucking infuriated.
Well, here's the thing. This is. I don't mean this as like a racist statement, but you almost you need like like imagine GTA 5 Franklin and Lamar. You know. Okay. Franklin would be like the Trump voter, and you need that Franklin to tell Lamar that he's basically fucking, he's not making choices in his own best interest. You need like
Yeah.
you need someone that's like from that community, but is more level-headed and has realized that. And I said that while you were talking a little bit, and I don't know if you heard me, but it's like there are black men that are breaking the cycle, that are realizing, oh, all of this shit isn't because of upper class white. It's not because of middle class whitey in the suburbs. It's because of the, like you said, the 1%ers. These
It's
sick
not,
fucks.
like, it's not upper class whitey. It's upper class everyone, and they want to keep you dumb and stupid because they essentially they want a slave class again. They want
but
you
once
to,
again,
like
it's-
work for everything,
Yeah.
own nothing, and then like live in a cube so they get to fucking
But-
liquidate you into fucking Soylent Green whenever there's a famine going on.
It's not middle class whitey, and it's not upper middle class whitey. Is what I was saying, though. That's what I was trying to say. It's not the guy that works as like a doctor. It's not the guy that works in a factory. It's not the guy that might own a business and make a few $100,000. It's not even most millionaires. It's a very small group of incredibly wealthy and powerful people that have this cabal where they want to make this very small cabal
They
of
shot
people.
that guy in the nuts.
Like Bill Gates, you know, he's a good example. They want to maintain the wealth, and they want to keep black people subservient to these black people in the city, you know, in these urban environments. Obviously, there's black people that aren't, you know, in this situation, but you know, they want to keep black people in these urban poor environments, and in pretty much any group of people in urban poor environments. They want to keep them subservient to welfare and handouts. And the thing is, it's like, you know, if you ask most of these like inner city black, especially like inner city black men, what they think of like trans people and shit, I guarantee you would hear shit that'd make most conservatives blush. And it's like, oh, you know what? These people are actually very conservative in a lot of ways. They just refuse to vote for them because A, they think, oh, Trump's a racist, even though he's probably the least racist president we've ever had. And I don't mean that as a joke. I literally mean that with seriousness. And you know, they think that, oh, well, we could perpetuate, you know, opportunities just through. Some of them think, oh, if we get enough money, it'll help us, like reparations. Like, which, guys, that's the biggest lie you're being told. It's never going to happen.
Accept a handout. Yeah, never accept a handout from anyone. There's
It's
always
never
a
going to
fucking
happen.
catch.
It's never going to happen.
Like that's the reason like I have such a complex about accepting help of any kind, because most of my fucking family are either welfare junkies or have fucked people over to a degree where it's actually kind of ridiculous. And I'm like, I don't ever want to be that. So I refuse to even take a step in that direction.
Yeah. Well, it's a very slippery
like I said,
slope.
it's literally turning into a complex at this point. Like, I'm so dedicated to my detriment that it's, like, scary.
Well, then these people don't realize that, like, even if we got rid of, like, 90% of welfare, because obviously there's, like, a small chunk of people who legitimately need some kind of, like, safety net, you know, like,
oh, yeah.
that does
like
exist.
somebody who fucked up, like, his body, like, working a job and can't work anymore.
Or like even though it's obviously a decision we should try to avoid, but like legitimately like overworked single mother who has like multiple kids and just like the kids would starve if there was. But like at the same time, like people forget like there used to be communities, and I'm not saying everybody has to go tomorrow and start going to church, you know, even though they'd probably do more good than harm.
You do you whether you believe or not.
Well, let's be honest. Even if you didn't believe that if people just started like joining some kind of community like a church, it'd probably do more good than harm. But like, obviously, I'm not going to tell people to go do that because most people don't give a shit. But if people did give a shit, that'd be nice. But you know what? When people used to give a shit and they had those community things like a church, do you know like communities used to band together and like maybe raise funds for people? Like look at the guy that the Corey. The firefighter Corey, like people raised several $1 million for him, and that was through an act of charity, right? So people can band together. It's not like everything has to be done through the government's welfare state to help people that are in need. That's what people forget. People forget that there's actually people that like think of people that help out at a soup kitchen and shit. Like that's not government funded shit. That's people that just care about other people and want to help out.
Yeah, that's just literally people doing stuff out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah. So that's another thing they forget about too is like
people have forgotten how to like just do things and not expect a reward from them.
Yeah, well that's true too. People have lost that. People have lost. I think the thing
Which I understand. It's hard to like make yourself like do something like and not receive anything back, just do something just for the sake of doing it because it's a good thing.
Yeah,
because in a way it is very sacrificial. Like you don't get anything out of it. You use modicum or a majority of your time, and like at the end of the day, like who really gives a shit except for the person that you might have helped. It'll matter to them, but to the rest of the world, nobody knows. Nobody fucking cares.
The problem is though that's the problem is people have that mindset for everything, and that's why we're kind of seeing.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason the baby boomers fucked the fucking world up. It's like I got yours, fuck you.
Yeah, and that's sort of why like everything's unwinding. Our infrastructure is unwinding. It's literally just the sheer chutzpah of Elon Musk and his like plans for like a utopian iRobot future that like we're even holding on as like a developed species. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just think about
we're so gonna get murdered by robots in the next 3 years.
he has a heavy rocket now. And by the way, I don't know if you remember this guy Thunderfoot. This is kind of a tangent, but it's kind of an interesting.
Oh man, that's a blast from the past.
But he really became like just a purely Elon Musk hater. And it's like there's things that deserve criticism with Elon Musk. You get that tunnel idea that never took into fruition. So like I'm not somebody that's like a pure Elon Musk dick rider. Like I have my criticisms of the man. But like he became like entrenched in like hating Elon Musk, which is kind of sad because it's like that became his entire like channel. So like Elon Musk had like this rocket test this past weekend where he did, you know how, like he's landed the rocket boosters, which is always insane to see. Where you've seen that, right? Where he's been able to land the rocket boosters back on platforms so they don't end up in the ocean and shit, and they can reuse them. Well, he did that with a really heavy rocket, like something you could send to the moon or Mars. And instead of it landing on a platform, he literally caught it with like this right on the rocket like dock, with like this basically glorified like chopstick grabber. It's like insane to see because it's like this gigantic rocket booster that basically gets caught by like these two arms that like catch it right at the perfect moment. Like it's incredibly
That's
impressive.
cool.
Yeah, it's really impressive to see. Like like you'll have to look it up or I'll send it to you because like it honestly is probably the most insane thing I've seen, and I've seen his fucking robots.
Well, it's a modern marvel of engineering, as
Yeah.
people used to say when Americans, hell, the rest of the fucking world actually built stuff instead of seething in this miasma of self-pity and fuck all to do with it.
But Thunderfoot was seething that his rocket did everything it was supposed to, because he was like, "Oh, it's gonna fail." It's like that's when you've lost the point. When like your disdain for one person or whatever other problems they have leads to like this is a legitimate breakthrough for like the future of humanity going to the stars.
And it took a crazy it took a crazy person just to say, "Yeah,
keys
but
are
what
right
if
here.
we could."
There's a key right here, which I can't pick up.
Like all it really took was one person to say, "Well, I know people say it won't work, but let's try it."
Yeah.
Now look, every scientist on the planet probably looks like a fucking retard.
Well,
We never even
does.
thought it was possible. Where's that? Oh, fuck! What? Fuck! Fucking really? Okay. He stole the key.
By the way, I didn't want to glow too much, but you know, tonight my accuracy for the last chapter was about 10 percentage points higher than yours.
Oh, I gotta deal with this frickin' crossbow. That's an ornery fucking thing to handle. I can't even tell if I'm hitting this guy. Are my bolts sticking out of him? They are.
A little bit.
Oh shit. Oh, backflip. Oh, backflip. Ah, there's crawling zombies. What the fuck? Ow!
Up.
Don't you dare fucking die! Don't you dare! Get on your feet, soldier!
Give me some Tic Tacs!
I'm the fresh maker, bitch.
Alright. 70. Ooh.
You're not looking so good, Bubba.
There we go. Now I'm looking great. I was just about to complain about where has the fucking health shit gone? Because like it seems like no matter what, you're always missing something in this game. Whether it's you have a surplus ammo and then a deficiency in health, or like a
they definitely don't like giving out like the green herbs like a lot.
Which
like you either make it to the end of like a section with half health and like 2 green herbs in your back pocket and nothing. I'm dead. I'm so dead.
I think some Neosporin could help heal that.
Nice. It's gratuitous.
Well, at least
I didn't want to see that.
reminds me of one. Reminds me of that one scene in Terrifier. Oh,
I don't know why I did that.
They're showing that this weekend at the drive-in. Terrifier 3.
This guy kind of looks like Terrifier.
Alright, well, all he has to do is strum our organs from a Christmas tree. I saw a clip though from the new movie where he like meets Santa and he's actually kind of nice to Santa at first.
At first? Oh no!
Well, you know something bad's
No,
gonna.
your boobs!
Are we just supposed to jump off this bus?
I have a grappling hook. I don't know what you're gonna do, but you can like it's to dodge him.
Maybe come halfway
Current
around the
objective,
planet to play
survive.
games.
What?
Get me out of here. Why can't I move? Ada.
Ah. What was that? Back off the bus, asshole! I wonder, do you have a grappling hook?
I don't.
Oh god damn! No. Oh Jesus!
What the fuck?
Holy shit!
Oh, I guess at least I fed a family of 4.
Maybe come halfway around the planet to play games.
I've got the luck of one of the fucking, whatchamacallit, that family from Gears of War.
Oh, fucking Santiago. Oh, ouch. Oh, there's a fucking thing.
Is that a serpent medal?
Yeah. Duck. Duck. Alright, I'm just gonna light this guy up with a machine gun. There's my aiming reticle game. Thank you. Why are we going so fast?
I don't know.
Who's driving this bus?
Stevie Wonder.
Oh, we gotta fight him on the train tracks.
Just
Ah!
ask for a few more minutes for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. His heart's in the chainsaw. I don't have the ammo. Fuck! Run right! Oh, that was cool. Huh. Shit! Fuck off! Ow! Shit! I didn't mean to hit you. I don't know how I hit you.
Alpha to HQ. We got a visual on Ada Wong. We're in pursuit. This is HQ. Ada Wong has been spotted moving down the canal. Charlie and Delta teams form a perimeter around Kucheng. Repeat.
It's actually a
Ada
lot
Wong has been
easier
spotted on the canal.
than the section on the bus.
Yeah.
Guess I'm heading for the canal.
Oh, fuck! What? I wasn't planning on this!
Can't tolerate playing cat and mouse.
Woo! Oh, that's how he got him taken carry. I forgot about that. Oh, there's so much about this game that I forgot.
It's like that one Heaven's Lost.
I guess we're now gonna shoot Simmons from like a
Almost
passing
there.
train, I guess.
It's like that one Heaven's Lost property movie. She was there the
Oh,
whole
she
time.
was there the whole
Mysterious
time, and then she
doppelganger of
just fucking dies at the end.
That movie made.
That movie was weird because it was mostly filler and then like a sort of original anime episode at the very end.
He made you emotional, friend.
Yeah, you know what? It worked on me. I'm a fucking sap.
Boy,
And then she blew the
somebody
fuck
really
up.
wants this world to burn.
I need to actually like dedicate time to reading that manga because I never did finish the.
Did they ever
story.
continue the anime at all, or did they just stop after that?
No, like they made another movie which kind of like it kind of covered stuff way later in the manga, and like then after that nothing.
That's a shame. That's a great little series too.
It's not bad. It's very heartwarming. Wow, there's a serpent medal down here.
My heart warmed the most when the panties flew away.
Oh, the panty robot. Or are you talking about the panty flock?
Yes.
Did I ever watch season 2 of that anime with you?
I believe we did. I think we went through everything other than that last movie you just talked about.
Yeah.
Great show. Yeah,
Really good show.
we gotta really finish Neon Genesis at some point because we only have like a few episodes left of that show.
Oh yeah. And then we can watch End of Evangelion.
Oh
And
yeah,
the rebuild movies.
oh boy. Is that a lock, Fred? Oh, I seen a lock on the door and I had a little bit of PTSD from last time.
Hey, you're biting.
Hey,
Don't shoot.
hey, by
Biting.
the way, that lock would have made sense to shoot. All right.
I think Ada has a tactical chastity belt.
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't care what she's got on. She can wear a fucking garbage bag around herself, and I'd
And he
still
must be the host of
still
the
have a
Sea Virus
reaction.
antibody.
Oh, but you think like she's just locked up down there, like just
The reason Leon can't get it in is because she's always got it locked.
nah.
Lock and key.
You know she's probably got a chastity thing on fucking Leon too. You got that guy's fucking.
I don't know. I think Leon's such a confused man. He can't actually get it up for anybody other than an obfuscating super femme fatale.
I suppose I should return the kindness their parents showed to me. This is as good
Only
a
when
time
she's
as any.
glistening too. Which with this aim along, like she could be fucking in a pit of like mud and blood and still be managed to have fucking perfect fucking physique and
Well, we
everything.
saw her pop out of a fucking booger cocoon looking pretty nice and dapper.
I don't care
Ow.
I don't care if she fucking just came out of a fucking trench.
just crawling out of like biomass and fucking
I don't
fecal
care,
matter
Fred.
in a
I don't
World War
care.
I trench.
I don't fucking care. Okay.
Imagine the descent, except instead of a blood pool, it's just a poo pool.
Sounds like a well, I'm not gonna make a joke there. I was gonna make a joke about a certain.
Oh, come on, I'm trying.
I was gonna say it sounds like a furry convention, but I mean the furries we encountered at Retro Game Con didn't seem like necessarily bad people, you know. There wasn't like anything extreme there. They weren't wearing.
There wasn't any odd smells.
No. I mean, overall, there was not.
I think the furries in our neck of the woods are too poor to get like weird.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is like, for convention, like I've been to some conventions where you smell some pretty strong smells. It was overall not too bad. There was not a lot of like repugnance. I guess everybody
It wasn't to a degree where I wanted to leave.
It wasn't like a Super Smash Bros. Convention.
Oh Jesus.
I went to a game store in the downtown area near that convention a few months ago, and they actually had a sign there that said, "If you smell, we might ask you to leave." I'm like, "Are you guys serious?" They're like, "Yeah, we actually do have an issue with that, where people come in just reeking of like, because like it's not just like."
Why is it the Smash players? You imagine?
I don't. No, it really is like legitimately the Smash players.
No, on that, I'm legit asking
that's the
why.
last
Do you
I
think
have
it's a
to see of
tactic,
him.
or do you think they just don't know how to fucking take care of themselves?
I just think they're out of all of like the fighting games, the people that take Smash seriously are already wired a little bit differently. Because it's
Well, it's like even the game's director came out and like basically said, "You're playing a fucking kids game. That's a glorified toy box. Stop taking it so fucking seriously. You're ruining my fun."
Yeah, but he's also like made concessions for them, like literally all, and they're never happy people. It's like the people that
No.
wanted the Silent Hill remake to
Well,
remake
it's like
to be bad.
anybody arguing balance in any game, like, would have a point if it weren't for the fact that they want the balance to only positively affect their fucking character.
Yeah.
That's not balance, buddy. That's you looking for a
Someone's
gimme.
coming back for more.
Yeah. And yeah, but I think that's part of it. But can you just imagine, like, you like you're just like a normal guy that likes to play Smash, and you enter a tournament, and then you become successful, and then you just get to that convention, and we're not talking like somebody worked out and then wash for a day type BO. We're talking like liquid fucking ass marinating in the depths of fucking
like actual like liquid ass, like the fucking novelty spray.
yeah.
Have you ever smelled that stuff? It's awful.
Unfortunately, I have.
It legit just stimulates your gag reflex in the worst way. The only thing that I can even equivocate it to is like the Bean Boozled that's just supposed to emulate vomit. Like that one is awful.
Ugh.
It's like
These
you
things are
took
so
like
hard
the
to kill.
worst dog fart imaginable and like concentrated it.
Yeah.
And like you chemically found like whatever makes, because like I don't know about you, but especially like smaller dogs, they can,
You have synthesized revulsion.
yeah. But yeah, it's weird too because like hasn't like the Smash community also had like a lot of like grooming allegations and shit too?
They've
what
gotten busted for it.
Yeah. It's
Like straight up. Like a lot,
which
a
I'm
lot
sure
of,
there's
like,
other
the fucking
communities
top
that have
Smash
that.
Players, well, a lot of the previous top Smash players, I say now, because most of those fucks are in prison.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them got busted for like grooming allegations and like CP possession.
What a bunch
Like
of freaks.
it's just fucking every single time.
You know,
Every single time.
it reminds
every
me.
single fucking time. It makes me fucking mad every time I think about it.
It reminds me of the people that like are the not real Persona fans, but the ones that have like infiltrated the series after 5 success. They complain about the fact that it's like, you know, set in a high school and there's like dating sim elements to it. But then these people and then they'll like go on some like tangent like, you know, about you know, you're playing a 17-year-old, but you can fuck like a 20-year-old like hot nurse or whatever. And then it turns out these people that are like all holier than thou, like over a fictional game, turn out to be like actual legit predators and shit. It's like the same shit with like.
Well, it's like the argument every single time. Why are you so fucking worked up about like
a fictional
destroying,
fucking game set in Japan?
Yeah, like not even real people, fictional characters, and it's because they're projecting heavily and they don't want to get caught. But every time they open their mouths, they get caught because they're fucking retarded.
And by the way, it's like
and good riddance to them because they deserve to get caught.
Wait until you find out with like some of like the manga artists that work on like series in Japan end up drawing as like in their like after hours shit. Like, actually, did you, like, this is actually kind of hilarious but disturbing. So, like, Pokemon had, like, the largest leak ever. Like, you know, like, Nintendo had a leak a few years ago, like, a lot of their, like, archival shit. But now the Pokemon company, over a terabyte of data was leaked. Actually, like, the code name for the new Switch was leaked. The chipset for the new Switch was leaked. And actually, this is good news. The new Pokemon games are going to come out on the new Switch. Because, like, Pokemon...
Nice.
Well, which is the good thing is the only reason I say that is because like the last Pokemon games that come out on Switch were literally broken because they couldn't optimize it enough. So they literally need a more powerful system because they're terrible at optimizing shit. But that's neither here nor there. A lot of like the series lore got leaked, designs from like Gen 3, the Hoenn games, like Ruby and Sapphire. But then like a lot of like weird fucking like lore that like they had in the Pokemon series was there. Also like character profiles, like they basically admitted like one of the gym leaders they wanted to base off in like big booty Latinas and shit. It's like yeah, like a lot of these weird things that you wouldn't expect. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah. I think we got one more chapter, right?
I think so, because you said Ada's campaign is only like 3 hours long, right?
Yeah. So, Hazel Wong.
Want to continue?
Yeah, we'll continue. Yeah.
Yeah, but what were you saying?
But anyways, like they found out like there's like basically hold on, sneeze. They basically like in their like internal files they had like Pokemon creation myths and shit, like really detailed elaborate things and for world building that like the regular like storylines never got, but I guess they just had there for like their developers and people. But apparently they had like they had like this whole like really detailed and elaborate document, and this is real. You can look it up. about like Pokemon Original Sin, and I think it was like they had like like they had like Pokemon Original Sin, like with like biblical Christianity Original Sin, and it was like an excerpt with like Pokemon like fucking people and like and this is real. That like Typhlosion like raped somebody, like the the fire Pokemon from Gen 2, the starter Typhlosion. Like I could look up some of these excerpts and read them to you if you want to just pause for a second.
That's like that manga that like has like one quick like news there's a Pokemon manga out there that has like a famous like scene where the main character is reading like a newspaper and it has a little clip of like a scandal of basically a woman getting in trouble for fucking a Mr. Mime. It's fucking amazing. But yeah, like to kind of play off of your tangent about like dark shit like that manga artists and video game makers like making their like free time. Like one of my favorite like manga artists, Nanashi, when he made Please Don't Bully Me Nagatoro-san, like he was infamous for like drawing like brutal fucking like like brutal fucking baboon rape porn. And, like people cracked the joke because after it was official, like that Naruto and Hinata became a couple in Naruto, like people started like joshing on him that Naruhina saved his life because then he started drawing like vanilla shit and like doujins for Naruto and Hinata, and that's when he like made like Nagatoro-san official. But it's like people look back at that and it's like, holy fucking shit. Did we really get this like amazing thing out of this man?
Fred, just pick one of the ones I sent to you and just so basically they had like put like
which is your favorite?
Oh, they're all good. Okay. Here, let me just send you the last one because this one's short. But these are all like this level of fucked up, if not more. And this is like internal. So like people working on Pokemon. So somebody made the joke. Part of the reason why the new Pokemon games are so poorly optimized is they have to keep like a third of their dev team in check. That's basically writing like twisted.
Like conceptualizing fiction, and meanwhile they're like, guys, we're just trying to make a fucking monster collection game.
Yeah,
can we come down?
Read the breakdown of culture. Yeah, read it out loud to the viewers.
Breakdown of culture / relationships. Back when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was unclear, there was a man in a seaside village. One day, as the man was walking along the beach, he found a female Octane. What's an Octane?
It's that octopus one from Gen 2 with the big mouth fucking hole, like a birdo hole mouth.
Octane Pokemon. Oh, that thing. Oh no. I already see where this is going.
It's real! This is
Octane real. He found a female Octane washed up on the beach. The man mated with the Octane and threw her into the sea. Damn, that's cold. Fucking octopus, chuck it back with the trash. The next day, he went to the same place and found the same Octane. The man mated with the Octane again and threw her into the sea the same way. It's fucking... Okay, so now it's not a pump and dump. It's a habit now. A few nights later, the man had a dream. In his dream, Octane said to him, I can't go to you, but I'll deliver your baby and mine. No. The next morning, the man went to the place he met Octane. There he found a boy. The man took the child home and raised him. I'm guessing that's the backstory of the fisherman boy.
Well, yeah. Here's another one. Do you want me to read this one?
God. Yeah, you could read this
Original
one.
sin based on the current Pokemon world. In the distant past, when the boundary between Pokemon and humans was still blurred, there was a woman and her companions. Every day they were bored, so they'd often catch a Slowkoth, which I think is like that sloth Pokemon living in the nearby forest. They played cruel games.
Slackoth.
What is it called?
Sorry.
Slackoth. sometimes killing them for fun, gouging out their eyes or cutting off their ears, of course.
Jesus fuck!
One day, the woman was walking alone in the forest and she saw a slack off hanging from a tree. She climbed the tree to catch it, but slipped and injured herself. At that moment, a Vigoroth appeared. The Vigoroth had a torn ear. The woman, startled, tried to flee, but her injured leg hurt too much, so she couldn't move. The Vigoroth, with the torn ear, suddenly attacked her. When it saw her, the woman lost consciousness. When she awoke, she was in an unfamiliar place. Before her lay a clear lake surrounded by trees, from which many Slackoth and Vigoroth were hanging. All the Pokemon bore wounds somewhere on their bodies, marks left by the woman and her companions. Upon closer inspection, she noticed that some of the Slackoth, right, that's right, hanging from the trees were corpses. The very Slackoth that the woman and her friends killed and discarded. The Slackoth were throwing those corpses
Pokemon
into the lake. Terrified, the woman tried to run away, but a Slacking appeared. The Slacking had a torn ear. The woman realized that this is the same Vigoroth that she'd seen earlier, and fear overwhelmed her, causing her to faint once more. When the woman regained consciousness, she found herself at the entrance to the forest near her home. Surrounded by her friends, they carried her back to her house. Sometime later, the woman gave birth to a child, but it wasn't a woman.
Fuck again!
But it wasn't a human child.
Pokemon.
It was
Do they need to talk? Fucking Jesus!
Oh God! Lieutenant the Bandit. So, alright, one day her friends concerned about her visited an area near her home. They found a Slackoth sleeping there, the child of the woman, as it always did. They cut the Slackoth, stabbed it in the chest, and killed it!
Oh my God!
She gave birth to one, and they killed it! They took its
The
corpse
cycle of violence continues.
into the woman's house. When she saw the Slackoth, the woman was overwhelmed with sorrow. She grabbed the Slackoth's body and ran deep into the forest. Her friend, shocked, chased after her. As they ventured deeper into the forest, her surroundings suddenly opened up. They found the same clear lake from before. Around many were Slackoth and Vigoroth. The woman stand before the lake, holding a lifeless body of the Slackoth, and threw herself into the water. Afterwards, the woman's friends began to treat Slackoths as companions, just as she had in her final moments. Well,
Jesus fuck! Only then that the woman killed herself.
you know, the funny thing is, they won't make a game like Pokemon XD because it was too dark. But I'm sorry, I think as edgy as those games were, I think they were a little bit more tame than that.
well, people would always make mention why the fucking Pokemon descriptions were so off the wall, because some of them were literally horror movie villains, the fucking I forget the balloon one's name, but basically if a kid grabbed onto it, that thing would just fly up into the sky with a child and never come back down. People were like, wow, it's so weird that these Pokemon descriptions are dark. I think it makes a little more fucking sense now. Jesus.
Yeah. Remember when Lavender Town was the most fucked up shit in Pokemon?
You know what? I want these guys to just write something and leave it in a Pokemon game. I want them to go fucking buck wild with the next one. Make it like Pokemon but Silent Hill. Pokemon but Blood Siren.
Well, honestly, wouldn't it be interesting if we got even a T-rated Pokemon game, just something to pushed the envelope a little bit?
There have been very serious moments in Pokemon. Hell, fucking Ash has died and nearly died on several fucking occasions.
3 separate passes.
God,
so
keep those writers away from Ash Ketchum. Keep those fucking writers away from Ash Ketchum. Double fucking Doc Ock, not Doc Ock, Dr. fucking, what's his name, Dr. Oak? Professor Oak, rather.
The next season of fucking Pokemon, Ash comes back looking like fucking Skullface.
That's crazy though. Imagine you're working on this whimsical Pokemon level with the the music da na 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 the bike music. Then meanwhile, you just dig into the lore file. You're just tired and fucking Game Freak.
Hey Hiroshi, did you finish that flavor text for the Slackoffs? Yeah, I think you'll really like it. Oh, okay. Turn it in by Sunday.
I guess they put the freak in Game Freak.
I guess so.
Oh.
Honest to God, legit. I want to see if these guys. Oh, not this fucking thing. If these guys were completely unhampered and were allowed to just do whatever the fuck they wanted to do, I want to see what kind of game they'd be able to make.
Man, it'd basically be fucking Death Stranding, but with Pokemon.
But Pokemon. Oh man, I like unironically it now like fucking. I guess all those weird creepypastas like trying to make like Pokemon sinister now they have credence. Good
Yeah, well,
lord.
who knows? Maybe some of those were like written by some of the fucking people from Game
It's
Freak.
just like some disgruntled Game Freak and like developer is just like, yeah, let me put the fucking let me put the fucking Octane story in the goddamn game. Fine, fuck you. I'm gonna post it on fucking creepypasta.
Yeah, so like one of the things is like there's several Pokemon that are basically the result of human Pokemon interbreeding.
Locked from the
That's
other
just
side.
great. That's awesome. That's fucking fantastic.
Oh,
Now I get to go to bed thinking about that. I'm just gonna murder this.
You
guy
want to hear
better.
the Machop story? He just had to like, it was just the reason why he's so bulky is he just had to give like endless fucking hand jobs to people.
I hope that's not true.
No,
Oh, fuck
it
off.
you know what?
No, you bastard! Fuck back! Come on!
You know what?
Fuck on! Get back here!
Fred, it isn't yet, but there's some intrepid developer at Game Freak that just heard our discussion and he's like, oh,
Look, they want it. I don't know. They want it. I am going to make this. Why are you the one German guy at Game Freak? Shut up. It is the master plan, the final solution in Pokemon.
Do you think that's why like Nintendo technically owns Pokemon, but it's a separate company? They're just like, you know what? We gotta keep these guys separate from like the regular Nintendo developers.
We gotta keep these away from the normal ones.
We don't want Miyamoto-san to fucking hear what these guys are cooking up.
Hey, how's that kid-friendly game going? Alright. Doing fine, Miyamoto. Did you talk to Hiroshi? No, why? Don't talk to him. Don't you dare talk to him.
Oh, Miyamoto-san, I have a brilliant idea. Instead of sending 2 Pokemon to the egg breeder, you will breed the Pokemon. Oh. You know what? I'm glad that I'm a grown adult. I'm glad that I'm a grown adult hearing that, because like even if I was like a teenager, like when the Pokemon really was still like something
I don't
that
think I'd be able to look like, yeah, if I heard that like story too young, like I wouldn't find it funny. I wouldn't be able to look at Pokemon the same way ever again.
Thanks for the pass.
Gotta catch them
Because, like
all.
I
Well, I guess I meant something else at some point.
Well, it's like I said, like pretty much, like I think when I found the first like weird like descriptions for like a Pokemon was in like middle school or high school, and like I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but the fun's still there. Now it's just like, oh boy, it went so much deeper.
But I agree with you. I think they should like just, even if it's a spin-off, like give us a Pokemon game where they kind of take, like obviously maybe
yeah,
not go.
let these guys go fucking wild. Let them make like Yokai Watch, but for like adults.
Yeah. Fucking Nurse Joy has just got these giant fucking
Just one
tits.
word, I'm golden.
It's a Senron Kagura style minigame.
It's worse. The reason why Nurse Joys all look the same is because they hide the failed mutants in the back of the fucking Poké Center.
So like one hand there's like this extreme beach volleyball like rubbing down and oiling up Nurse Joy, but then it like you open up the fucking door behind like you said and there's just like these fucking weird Pokemon human hybrid.
There's a stubbly looking like Nurse
Clefairy-
Joy that's all
Clefairy-
fucked up and like cockeyed and like missing like an arm or some shit, but still wearing a bikini all oiled
Oh
up.
Jesus
You
Christ.
just watch it, it's just like, oh, it's just fucking sad. I don't want to be here anymore. Can I just go back? Hang out with Ash's mom.
You think they just had like you know how they have like always like 2 like contrasting names like black and white or red and green or whatever?
Yeah.
They just had like sadism and masochism were like 2 versions on the cutting room floor. It's like the Pokédex is actually like, you know, oh boy, the first Pokédex must have had a real different interpretation.
Yeah.
Oh
Look
man.
at the one gun that's in here.
But that was just one part of the leak too. Like the other thing too is like the character profiles, because like they have like all these like different like samples of real life inspiration. And like some of them, like the big booty Latino one's kind of funny, but like some of the ones that I just glanced at were legitimately kind of fucked.
It
Like-
is humorous that like one Japanese guy is like, yeah, I like fat Latin asses. What do you want?
Well, it's kind of funny because like people always thought like Kojima was uniquely weird, but it almost seems like Kojima is a little bit more sane than the people working at fucking Pokemon.
I don't know. I think they're cut from the same cloth. Kojima just gets to do what he wants to do now. I could have sworn there's a way to. There's a gun around here, isn't there?
Possibly.
My nose is just fucking bugging.
Okay. Not going
Going that way, I guess.
Well, there's where I am right now. It's got the door, and I've got
Yeah,
the,
I don't want to open the door too soon. Like
I've
unless I
got. Do you have the
already picked it up.
Do you have the symbols?
Yeah, we have all
Okay.
three.
All right. I didn't know if it was just showing it on my screen. It'd be fucking torturous.
I found some points over here if you want to come down.
But I know also I'll say this: there's actually like a lot of cool stuff. There's actually like a lot of cool stuff that leaked, like some of the Pokemon designs that never made it in. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming like a. I'm coming like a seaside person fucking a Pokemon. All right.
Please don't fucking Pokemon Ray. I won't see you in a different light.
Listen. I would only buy body pillows of human women.
Vaporeon with breasts.
That's not my favorite Eevee evolution, anyways, Fred.
You don't know me well enough, Fred. It's a Flareon?
No, the black one, Umbreon.
Oh, Umbreon.
Umbreon,
I
yeah.
like Umbreon.
I got a little plushie of Umbreon, and it's not used for any fucking sick purposes either. It's just something cool.
It's waiting next to the jar until the day you finally snap.
Yeah, it's like you pay attention to my like area that where we hang out. It's like you see that plush there, and it's like, okay, things are good. You don't ever see that again. It's like, okay, Ray has finally snapped. He's past the point of no return. I should probably just like
If I say the wrong thing about Shin Megami Tensei and Metal Gear, he will skin me alive. I have so many crossbow bolts. That's like funny. I guess I don't need a first aid spray. Ah, Ray, you're dying.
I am.
Okay.
Give me the Tic Tacs alive.
Feel fresh now?
Yeah. But let me just say this.
Fresh down there.
I don't want to make it all doom and gloom. There was actually like legitimately cool things too from like the cutting room floor.
No, it's not doom and gloom. In fact, like I said, I find it quite humorous. Where are you dead now? God damn it! Right now.
What the fuck? Okay, let me just say this. How did that? All.
Last one. Almost.
Oh.
No wait. Nope. Yep. We don't have the bear commander. We gotta go back. Probably have to collect those points again too. Fuck.
Alright, I'm gonna be very careful now. I got my health maxed
Be
out.
vigilant. Be like the slack off. Make the white women pay for using you as a fetish object. Well, actually, for mutilating you, but that honestly, it's probably fetishistic in some way. White women are terrifying, especially when they're Japanese.
Especially when there's dogs involved.
White girls fuck dogs. They really fuck dogs.
It really is a problem. Like
It's bizarre how prevalent it is. Obviously, it's not all white women, but
no,
it's a shocking amount. Like the number should really be 0, but it's not.
yeah, like even if you said it's like 1% of white women, that's like still a staggering amount of.
1% is too fucking many.
Which it probably is about 1%, right? You take a room of like 100 white women.
I hope it's less than 1%. Honest to God.
Oh, well, I'm thinking of Swifties. uh,
Careful, if the Swifties start coming down on us, nobody's gonna stop that
oh
torrential
boy,
downpour.
they're worse than furries and like fucking every other. They're probably the worst fandom of like just sheer
Like they're so like
harpies.
just. I don't even know like how to describe it. They're so like fanatic about an okay singer-songwriter.
Subpar music, right? Like I'm not
I'd
saying
never be willing to call her bad, but like I've never listened to a song of hers that I've cared to remember.
it's called mediocrity. It's not bad, but it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very
But
vapid.
like, you would swear to
Vapid.
God that these guys are like joining like a fucking Vatican to Taylor Swift.
By the way, this is a woman that's like fucked like 30 guys, and it's like, when is she the problem? You know, like.
Yeah. Maybe she's just crazy. You think there's like a support group for all of like Taylor Swift's boyfriends where they just meet up and they're like, man, like I can't believe that bitch is crazy. It's just, yeah, I know, dude.
Gee, and how she.
I can't wait until that footballer gets free from her clutches and he gets to join the swath of people who are like, yeah, Taylor Swift is just fucking nuts.
Oh boy, that guy's gonna need I'm not even kidding. Like that guy might need a security detail if that
He
happens.
probably does stuff to his asshole that requires stitches.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a weirdo, isn't he?
Kinda.
He's a big.
He's a football player though. It kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, but he's like one of those like woke football players.
Is he? I don't know much about him.
It. The less you know about the Kansas City Chiefs at this point, the better.
I just know that they're trying to turn them into the new New England Patriots.
Oh, they already are at that point, dude. They're
Oh, I know.
Like there was a couple of years where like I was rooting for what's his face, the quarterback they got there, because he
Oh,
seems,
Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, because he doesn't seem like a bad dude. But
Yeah,
at the
I don't think he's necessarily a bad person, but he's a pretty face like Tom Brady that they want to prop up and make into the next invulnerable team.
Yeah, because God knows they can't do that to the Bills because the Bills actually have too much skill on their hands. And,
Well,
like,
because
tenacity.
like the Bills are actually like a team of like people who bust their ass and try their hardest. And like now the Chiefs are just getting so many gimmies nowadays.
Yeah,
You're barking up the wrong
The-
tree. No time to explain
Yeah.
though.
that's the best summary I've heard. There's not much more I can add. Other than
It's
I
like
have.
I hate to discount their victories, but like they're getting a handout. Like
Yeah.
the only way you can see it.
Yep.
Where are we? Oh, we're in the laundry section on the boat.
Oh yeah. Ava, you need to clean those leather pants.
Those would shrink in the dryer.
Good. Let's
Exactly.
We'll just cut an area in a certain spot and let it breathe. Jesus Christ.
The rest of the game, Ada just constantly farts.
You know, Fred, I would usually
stay
be
out of the
disgusted by
spotlight.
hearing that, but with this character design, there's
That
not.
is pretty tame compared to most of the conversation we've had tonight.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, fuck!
Busted.
Well, I'm glad I did this to myself, Fred.
Ah, there's a bug.
Are we fucked?
We're only getting eaten by the bees. It only hurts a little.
Was there a way to escape detection? Because honestly,
Got him.
Alright.
Oh, is there anything in that room that they ran out of?
I think there was a couple ammo crates if you didn't catch them.
Oh, we can't go in there. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, you got a grapple here.
Oh, serpent metal.
Alright.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I think maybe from like maybe the convention, but I've had like very bad like runny noses.
I think it's just the weather changing.
Thanks for keeping him busy.
Yeah, it has. Oh, look at that. We were there the whole time.
I wonder if you can look up in Chris's campaign and see Ada crawling above.
I don't mind where I'm
that
looking
would
up
be a
right
pretty
now.
cool detail.
I don't mind what I'm looking up right now. I can see right up Ava Wong's fucking where the sun doesn't shine. Look at how she
Tell me,
wears this.
hunk, what's my religion?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm such a fucking degenerate that I might like look up an Ava Wong fucking Resident Evil 6 style statue. You know, you're gonna come over next time and you're just gonna see me this fucking, you know, this degenerate man with a fucking giant
You
statue.
just got like 30 untranslated Ada Doujins from like straight from like Play Asia or something.
Yeah, well, as long as there's no like Pokemon crossover.
Well, you don't think it'd be funny to see Tentacruel like take on Ada Wong?
That would be kind of funny. God, you know, there's got to be like, imagine now, like, cause like, as fucked up as those stories are, imagine like there's also like lore, like those, like, what is it, coffee?
Oh, not again.
What is that, like, remember that one Pokemon was like the gas one, wheezing? Like, imagine like someone has like a fucking fart fetish and they go to that Pokemon and like just like huff it.
They just like, what would you even get out of that? You just die. It's a poison gas monster.
The one that explodes, you know, they just,
Oh, the Voltorb.
yeah. They just use
Voltorb
it,
and Electrode.
use it for cock and ball torture or whatever. Alright.
Oh, bullshit!
Come on, Ada! God damn it!
Oh, now we got the fucking clown closet emptying out. Fuck you. Can't see shit. How'd I hit the fucker behind you? Get up off your ass, Ada Wong! Oh, you fucking kidding me?
You need to revive.
I'm getting eaten by bees! Alright. You're a flamer. Stop moving! Ow!
That was
you,
me.
wasn't it?
Well, no, it's Ava Wong has just incredible gas right now.
with you and Ada Wong's fart gas.
Leave me alone! Come on.
To let a man dream about the flatulations of the Wong.
God damn it, Fred.
Damn it, you don't understand. It's necessary.
Imagine like Batman has like some fucked up fetish too. Like he wants like, you know, he's gotta have that, right? Like he makes Catwoman do something like Batwoman used a
You
litter
wanna know
box.
what Batman's fucking fetish is? He would look at he'd look at Catwoman from Arkham City and like look at that giant like V-shaped cleavage, kind of like on Ada right now. Like see that huge unzipped zipper. And he'd grab the zipper and he'd zip it up. And
Nice.
just bust in his rubber suit.
You know, by the way, whenever I imagine like the most whenever I imagine the most debaucherous Batman shit happening, I imagine it being like Christian Bale's Batman with that fucking gargly voice.
Like cockroaches.
What the fuck?
You know, he's got that scene where he's like, at least I'm not wearing hockey pants, but then he goes back and then he just wears them when he's. It's like the thing he wears to fuck.
He looks at himself in the mirror wearing hockey pads. He's like, actually, this looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I knocked those guys' style.
I wonder if Rachel's gonna think I would clouded these.
How about Chris and Piers are still? Wait a second. We could stand up in this vent, you know.
Don't question it.
I'm sorry, I just realized that the fucking vent is huge. Like it's more like a maintenance shaft.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing that movies always overblow. Like in most vents, a person could not fit in comfortably.
Oh yeah. Keep having to blow my nose. I apologize.
Is that right?
It's just a slight tickle, but it's just continuous.
A slight tickle. Sounds like some Pokemon lore.
No.
You
You see, a Pikachu got a slight tickle one day. No.
No, that's not good enough. That's not Ada Wong. Why won't it work?
Oh, there's actually five.
My OnlyFans girl when I see her. That is not her.
There's actually 5 chapters, by the way.
Oh damn.
So I don't know if
Cut it off after this one.
probably.
So
So
we
much.
can finish it off next time and maybe like either do a short stream and then play something else, or maybe just do some mercenaries next time again.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So much for me calling this finale, though. I'm gonna have to change that right now.
I get it.
Well, I get it. Look. The little model. Gonna make a joke about that being a tube of Ada's bathwater, but it didn't really look like it.
You know what?
Oh yeah, she dies here.
Wait a second.
Wait a Wong.
Was she Wong? Or was she right?
There's nothing Wong about being white.
Wascally Wabbit.
Oh, she's gone now. Oh wait, no, she's still there.
Alright. I don't want to look. No woman with such impressive cleavage should meet such a demise. Even if it's like her
I'm gonna
evil
put 2 in her
claw.
head just to make sure.
So why did they make clones of her in particular?
Because Simmons wasn't obsessed with him getting his own, like, subservient Ada, I guess.
Well,
That's what I gather.
You know, I really can't criticize the man's desires, but, you know, he still shouldn't have done that.
Hey. Ada is a strong fish who doesn't need a bicycle. Come on.
She doesn't need no Pokemon trainer by the seaside. Fucker.
Oh, God.
Uh,
It's the same story, except instead of, like, an octane, like, washing up, it's just an octopus with Ada's head.
oh Jesus.
We've confirmed
That's
that
some.
Wong was telling the truth.
Yeah, you think
Now
Monster
I
Musa?
completely understand why
In
you
open
fucked
water
the
not far
aquatic
from your
life.
location. Satellite imaging indicates they're getting ready to fire missiles on the mainland.
Does that make like the Hoenn region from Pokemon Ruby just like the most degenerate?
Copy that, HQ.
But Hoenn is guilty of so many Pokemon-related war crimes that we just don't talk about it anymore. It's like Germany.
You don't know. They don't know what to do to the Dragonites.
Oh God. In
Oh,
universe, they
God,
made baddragon.com and it was so prolific that it tore a hole into our reality.
You don't want to know what they do to fucking Jinx. That's the one. It's like the.
After all, isn't that why you brought me into this?
They got like Pokemon warehouses.
Nah, Jinx is just some poor black lady that they dressed up just for fun.
Well, that was the allegation, and then I think they had to change her skin tone to purple.
Oh God, puking up the cummies. Hell,
Looks like
I don't
it's
this Wong anymore.
Nick
This is
Fuentes
very
after
Wong.
Nick Fuentes
Ow!
after all nighter. Did you hear what I said, Fred?
They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing.
That's what a Nick Fuentes fan looks like after meeting him.
Did they have to make it white?
I don't need help from anyone. My plans aren't failing. They're thriving.
You're turning into a cum monster.
Well,
Now she's naked at least. Okay.
I don't know.
You know what? I'd still drink her cum water.
This might be where I draw the line.
You're drawing the line? I'm all in, baby. After hearing that Octane story, I know there's no God.
After that, you know what will be left of this world?
Can you stop goofing?
Nothing! Hell will rise, and chaos will reign!
It was voice actor pulling out all the stops.
And
That's it?
I,
Oh, nope.
Wong, will be queen of the new world!
Was the tactical slide really necessary?
Wow.
Hate to break it to you, but you're nothing but a cheap knockoff. At best.
I think she's more than a knockoff. I don't remember you turning into a pool of discombobulated jism.
Pure synthesized jism.
Now, there may be people that want to coach you in jism, but that's a different story.
Jeez. Poor Ada. It's like Jaden animation, so much porn of her. So much porn.
He's up there with Zero Suit Samus, Fred, for me.
Oh! Those guys just not. Oh God, we're dead!
You've been enveloped.
That's what I get for making fun of them.
She must have injected herself with a
That
powerful dose of
came
the
down
virus.
quick.
Yeah, it was literally, it came.
And then it went.
What a
So,
fucking... What
I
a
guess we have to run to the end of the hallway.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I do not want to fight the Ada slime.
It kind of looks like when you ever microwave a marshmallow in the micro to make s'mores and it just fucking expands beyond belief?
Yeah, but it doesn't really...
Hello? Your voice...
What?
Your headset's cutting out.
Oh, shit, real?
Now it's better. I don't know what happened.
Sorry, I got confused by the naked Ada with a knife.
Stand back. I'm grenading her. Hello?
I'm here. Oh, ow. Ow, I'm burning. Okay. All right.
Don't question it, Fred.
You know what? I fail to find words anymore. Ah, not another one.
Wow, that's a nice statue of Ada Wong. Sorry.
Spunked me.
I didn't realize how good her Resident Evil 8 design is, too.
Oh, she's in Resident 8?
Well, I guess they made one around the release of it.
Because I know they took that one actor, Lady who played her in the shitty movie, like, and made her for Resi 4 make. Is it dead yet?
Oh, maybe
Nope.
that's... Maybe that's what I was seeing.
Get. Bust the fucking boil on her heel.
Oh.
My Ada is blemish free. She has no boils except for that one hemorrhoid for wearing those leather pants all the time.
Don't ruin it for me, Fred. God damn it. It's like talking about...
You imagined it.
Did you do that to
Man,
Zero...
my ass cheeks are chapped. I'm never wearing leather pants ever.
You do that
again.
to Zero Suit Samus and I'll come over there.
Ah! Bitch! Hear it?
You say anything about Zero Suit Samus like that, I'll come over there and make you read Pokemon fucking lore.
Oh god.
By the way, you ever watch? I actually like their stuff. Did you know gaming? You know, like they do like those compilations. They got they got a pretty messy video ahead of them because they'll probably do like the family friendly Pokemon leaks, but then they might do like the did you know gaming after dark about the fucking Pokemon rape fucks.
Did you know that at one point, actually at all points, the developers at Game Freak are fucking unhinged?
You think that's like how they let their stressed out? They just like fucking come up with it.
Look, I know you don't like it, but I gotta put it in. I gotta put it in the vertical slice. No, fine. Can I at least put it in the development Bible? No, put it in the vault. All of my ideas go in the vault.
Is this chapter over? Because pretty soon I'm gonna have to pee, Fred.
It should be close enough soon.
Okay.
It's clearing up the stragglers. And they just puke out more. Okay. I think this is an endless room. Let's just run. Ah, there's fuck. Ah! Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know how to feel about what I don't know how to feel about what I just saw.
I got blue bundle. Now you're bundle.
Yeah, but this is not quite as not quite as nice as what I just.
Ah! God damn, they like you.
I don't like them. This is not what I had in mind, Ada.
Ada, please, let me go. Let me feel up your little selves. Littler selves, I guess you could say. Ray, I want you to promise me, if it turns out that you took control of the boat, don't fuck the boat.
It's like that one dude that fucked his car. There was like that. Apparently, he got into an accident and then he had to remarry a new car.
Oh, that's kind of bad in a weird way.
Did you hear
Kinda
the twist?
funny, I guess.
Did you hear the twist? Did you ever see that
Oh,
show?
what the fuck?
Did you ever see that show though? Like the guy that he had like a red like convertible or whatever, and that was the car. And then, but then like the reveal came where he went to his dad and told him he's fucking a car. But then like the ultimate twist was, this wasn't just a female car. He was fucking a male car.
Okay, so it literally is just fetish bullshit. Ow!
Boy, by the
I
way,
like the giant
speaking
Ada
of
face
which,
from the wall.
I hope like Pixar doesn't have like lore about cars as fucked up as the Pokemon series.
Well, everybody has their own like headcanon theory about like cars being the apocalypse after like toys took over.
Yeah. It kind of reflects maybe the reality of the people. She just left me to die. But I teleported.
Don't worry, I'll stay behind here. He was a good man. I'm sorry.
Oh. This looks like a PS2 tech demo.
Ew. Ah, whoa. Get away from me! Ah, I need to reload! Get the canister!
I can't aim. I can't move far enough. It wouldn't let me aim. I'm not kidding you. It wouldn't let
You're
me.
not dead? Oh, fuck you, Dave.
Make sure you load now because I can't. The one that it wants me to shoot, I can't actually hit.
I didn't think it was gonna make me take out the TMP.
Oh no!
Ow.
So.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I guess I just get grabbed by that every time. Fuck your face, Ada.
Well,
Hell, what the fuck?
you popped one of her hemorrhoids.
Guess so.
Oh, she dropped ammo out of her hemorrhoids. Okay.
I guess so.
But it's kind of funny because like someone like Guillermo del Toro makes movies that have a little bit more like of a fucked up premise, but he's probably like a normal, chill guy in real life. Where like these people that like have to like kind of keep. He locked me out again. Like, the whimsical Pokemon people turn out to be more fucked up than like the Del Toros and the fucking like John Carpenters of the world.
Yeah. He's even hotter.
I think she's got cataract.
So big.
You know, for as much as you can say about like this game being kind of subpar, visuals are fucking nuts.
I think this is actually a decent game. It just was not the right direction for the series as a whole.
Well, it's like the weird thing is it wasn't one of those effects where like we look back whimsically thinking like, oh man, like we were too harsh at that time. Because no, like honestly, like a lot of what's come out like related to Resident Evil after this game is still pretty damn fucking good.
Yeah.
But like I legit think people like give this game like a bad rap for like not exactly no reason, but like there's a lot of like knee-jerking.
Oh, hold on a second. Where the fuck are you?
Just got spat on.
God damn it.
This Ada's is better. She's a quitter. No, I just gonna use fucking grenade launcher on the fair commander. I only have one grenade. Fuck.
So big and yet so emotional. It's time for you to shut up, Carla.
Oh. Ah, gross. Keep kidding. There we go.
All
You tried
right.
so hard to destroy the world.
Tried
Yeah, you
so
destroyed it,
hard.
Hope this is what
But
you
I'm
wanted.
just a figment of your imagination, so I can't press the buttons.
No, you're gone now.
I think this is the end of the
It's time to
chapter.
let me go, Ada. It wasn't your fault. Who are you again? Oh, fine, bitch. I guess I'm sticking around.
As soon as this chapter ends, though, I'm probably gonna just like end my stream. We'll just say a sign out, but I'm probably gonna end my stream just because, you know,
Yeah.
A, I gotta pee, and B,
We get tired.
yeah. Although I mean, I had a heck of a time. I think this in some ways might be my favorite stream, but also the most cursed stream, just because our.
We went all over the board, like bitching about politics, like fucking racial identity shit, and then we just like went full blown into fucking slash fiction for Pokemon and perving out about Ada. Although she looks like even dirtier now. Like after all that bullshit that happened.
Oh, okay. Now you finally got me beat on accuracy, but that's because I was
Still
just
got a fucking B rank. Oh, it's because I died 3 times.
Yeah.
Clear time has to play a big factor, to what ranking you get.
Well, we did kind of spend about 15 minutes reading through Pokemon.
Yeah.
Fuck
Isn't that
fantasies.
kind of funny about a lot of Japanese action games? How they score like a lot of their levels off of like how fast you complete it, almost like it's a time attack.
Yeah, it is weird.
Cause I'm trying to think of another good example. Dead Rising's technically a time attack game, but that doesn't really give you a score.
No.
The Sonic franchise, but that's obvious regardless. What's a good some of the Dark Cloud games kind of score you on time.
Yeah, I mean, there's even RPGs. Technically, the Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns has like a weird time management. Although I've heard that's the best of the 3. I actually liked 13-2 quite a bit. I thought it was 13-2 is a definitive improvement in terms of the gameplay over 13. 13 isn't a terrible game. It's just like I'd say it's probably the worst mainline modern Final Fantasy game because it's just so it was linear to a fault. That was the problem with it, you know.
Uh-huh.
And also in terms of a likable cast, I mean Lightning's pretty cool, but most of the black dude was pretty cool in that game, but I don't know, just it did not have the likability that most other games have had with
the guy Troy Baker voiced. I heard a big complaint about him is he's a whiny fucking bitch all the time.
Like Troy Baker in real life.
Hey, I was leaving it to the character. I wasn't basing it off of Troy Baker. It just so happens that Troy Baker's a whiny fucking bitch.
Well, yes. But
one of these days, somehow Troy Baker is going to find one of my streams, and that's when I'm going to blow the fuck up. Troy Baker's going to hear all the times that I shit down his throat, and he's going to take it personally, like I know he fucking will, because he's a ponce and an arrogant prick.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Wednesday we can wrap this up if we're both willing and able. That way
maybe. I actually should have Wednesday off, so that wouldn't be a bad idea.
All right, maybe we can do an early afternoon stream of things all. But yeah, I'll shoot you a text. But thank you guys for tuning in. I am going to head off. And thank you, Fred. This was
time to hit the hay.
All right, Godspeed, my dude.
Everyone have a good night. Thanks for coming by.
All right, see you around town,
partner.
Brothers till the end. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you give Mr. Dead Wars 2012 a view. He's doing really good with the Disco Elysium playthrough, and keep following along because we'll both have our own shenanigans and we'll have these team ups where we do our streams together. But obviously, he's been doing more solo streams with Disco Elysium, and I'm gonna do something pretty soon myself. So thank you all for tuning in, and you all have a good one now. You hear?